Good evening. Welcome to Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Ready to bring you Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball. I'm your host, Tom Taylor, along with our head coach, Ryan Presnell. Coach, hit that magic. Look at it. He already knows what he's doing. He says, get out of the way, country boy. I know how to hit that button. And
you got me trained, Tom.
That's it. His headset is now active, and these guys have been active. Wow, they're 4-1, getting ready to take on a volunteer team that's 1-4, and you played them last night. Since our last broadcast on Monday, we've got a couple of good quality wins at North and at Volunteer. Let's talk about those games.
Yeah, just good to go on the road and get your road legs under you. Gets a couple bus rides. These kids are such a positive group that they actually look forward to the bus ride. That just says a lot about the kids. They like being with each other, and so bus rides are good for them. And got off the bus. Offense, kind of sputtered a little bit, but I'll tell you, it's kind of the same thing I said to you on Monday night. We got what we needed when we needed it, and pitching's holding in tight. Defense is doing great. Hitting always comes around towards the end of the season in Northeast Tennessee, just because guys have been cooped up in a cage all winter while our pitchers have been working. So, we expect pitching to be tough early. We expect hitters to come on a little bit later, and so if we're maintaining a 4-1 record with a sputtering offense, you couldn't find a happier coach in the mountains, buddy.
There you go. And let's talk about first. Of course, on Monday night, you had a first by Matthew Daly, got the start, and had a 2-hit, 6-strikeout shutout against Sullivan Central. Last night, you throw a freshman out there. Evan Carter got his first bars that he start. Them's grown-up games, these kids.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and let's be honest, it's a football town. Been a football town for a long time. I'm a football guy myself, played college football as well, and but at the end of the day, I do know that there is a solid talent base in this town for baseball, and we are very happy with what's going on up at T.A. Duggar. We're happy with what's going on in our youth leagues, and we know that these guys are setting a foundation for something special, and you can tell that by the fact that we have a senior rolls out there and does what he does on Monday, another senior rolls out on Tuesday, and then we roll out freshmen and sophomore the rest of the week, and they're still getting the job done as well. And these old guys have done a great job of teaching these young guys of when you hit that bump and the lights come on, what it is that's important. It's not strikeouts and fastballs, it's change-ups and ground balls. And so they've owned that mantra, and it's worked well so far.
Well, then, Coach Ryan Presnell again here in the pregame show. We're live at Joe O'Brien Field, home of the Twins, getting ready for Cyclone Baseball. And you look down the line tonight, throwing another youngster out there. There's a lot of youngsters, only 4 seniors on the team. Mm-hmm. Tell me about Trey Shown.
Trey Shown is a really good pitcher. You're going to see, decent velocity. Nothing that's going to blow you away. But I'll tell you what, when he wants to reach back a little further, he can add a couple miles an hour and hit the strike zone. Important thing on him is going to be off speed, working ahead in the counts and getting guys out with ground balls, keeping that pitch count low, and letting the offense and the defense do their thing.
Told him he was up here a few minutes ago and you guys were taking BP. I said, Trey, give me something to talk about tonight, big guy. Throw some BBs. He said, I believe I can do that. So it's going to be exciting. Our next broadcast coming up, of course, another conference game against Johnson County on Tuesday. Coach, before I let you go, again, you look at this baseball team and the Sticks are batting .314 as a team, and you're starting, Sticks are coming around. It's a beautiful game tonight weather-wise. You couldn't ask for a better evening. So, as you said, once you get out here and start getting a little yah-yahs and get out of that batting cage, out of the gym, you're going to see the averages go up.
Yeah, and we're not wearing sleeves tonight, so the guys are excited about that. That's the first time we've hit the field, and we have a temperature cutoff where if it's below this temperature, you're wearing sleeves. And today is the first day we've not worn sleeves, and we're fortunate enough to be on a field. And Volunteer brings a good baseball team in here. That record is deceiving, and I'll tell you, a lot of the guys in the 3A conferences. Really talking about Coach Height, his staff, and what they're doing with these guys down at Volunteer. You'll see a scrappy baseball game tonight. I can guarantee you that.
They're going to get a little scrap on our side, too, so it's a double-edged sword. Looking forward to talking to you after the game. Let's go get them. And Cyclone Pride.
Cyclone Pride, buddy.
You got it. Good man right there. I appreciate it. This is an honor for me to come up and hang with these folks. They do a great job. Tonight's game brought to you by CBM Ministries, Camp Tapawingo. My two little ones went there. I'm a big fan of Tapawingo. This out of Watauga. And you talking about a camp that talks about Jesus and talks about the gospel. That's a neat camp. Camp Tapawingo, and that's our sponsor tonight. We're going to have Dave Johnson up here talk about it coming up here in a little while. Again, Dave Johnson, who heads up the director of the camp. Again, CBM Ministries, Camp Tapawingo is our sponsor tonight for Cyclone Baseball. We are live again from Joe O'Brien Field. You cannot ask for a better night. 73 degrees right now, the temperature, and we'll have more for you right after this time out from Elizabethton. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Brecken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Brecken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. Back in Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, again, a beautiful, beautiful day for baseball down here on the river in Carter County. So wherever you may be, thank you for giving us a listen. We had, I think, over 1,000 views on the show on the game on Monday. We anticipate more of that as the word's getting out. And really want to say thanks to Paul Daly. Very kind what he said about his son, Matthew. And so, and Betty Lacey, it was a lot of folks said some nice things. We appreciate that. The whole thing is to promote these kids, and that's, this is not Major League Baseball. This is a high school baseball game, and bottom line is it's supposed to have fun, because it shouldn't be stressful. We got stress as you get older. It's called bills and this and that, and so let these kids have fun, and so that's the whole point. So, and we try to we do accent the positive. It's not, again, this is not the bottom of the 7th of the World Series, and these guys are making $40 million. Then when you make a mistake, somebody can chew on you because you're getting paid. But when a 17-year-old kid or 15-year-old kid makes a mistake, he's a 15-year-old kid, and he's got a mom and daddy somewhere that loves him anyway. So, anyway, we love being over here, and we appreciate them very much. Let's reset the season for you. We open things up here, losing 8-5. We, again, come right back and beat a good East team in here 11-7 after spotting them a big lead back last Saturday. Then the Central Cougars come to town on Monday night, and it was a shutout thrown by, again, Matthew Daly, 5-0. Then you travel to North and get the Golden Raiders there in the conference game 9-2, and then win in Churchill last night against Volunteer up there on the plateau, as we call it. It's a tough place to play. Wind typically blows out, and so last night a great pitching performance by the 2 youngsters for Elizabethton to slam the door. That would be freshman Evan Carter and sophomore Lawson Wagner. Again, tag teaming the Falcons and beat them 5-2. Volunteers 1-4, and again the Cyclones come in tonight as a non-conference game with a non-conference record of 4-1. Appalachian Digital, thank you. He's back in town. Praise the Lord, he's back. Again, that'd be our buddy Jeremiah Clark. Does a phenomenal job. Thank you, Jeremiah. Again, he helped us all week long. He was out of town, and he's back. And again, if you are looking, they start out making church websites, and they have mushroomed into other companies. So if you are looking for someone who can set you up some phenomenal, because I'm living proof of this, they do a fantastic job. He and Michael Smith, his partner. If you're looking for someone that can build you a website, take care of your social media for very, very little money. Again, they're not going to give it away, but they're not going to gouge either. I can tell you that. They're Christian men, and they work for a fair dollar. And so just go to the website, AppalachianDigital.com, and take a look and see what they can do for you as they've done for me. It is a beautiful, beautiful night for baseball here. Of course, this is not the only thing going on in sports. Obviously, there's some basketball games coming up tonight, and we'll take a break, come back and take a look at those too. Also, we'll run down the seasonal stats for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Pretty impressive. The Cyclones, again, swinging the sticks pretty good here just into the, 6th game of the season tonight with a record of 4-1, and so we'll talk more about that and again, take a look at that right after this timeout. Again, pregame show continues, 7 o'clock first pitch. You're listening to Cyclone Baseball from Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton on Facebook Live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
If you listen to them boys, you don't learn something. It's on you. It's your fault. Because they can flat shuck the corn. We are back here again at Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. Beautiful, beautiful night for baseball. Right now, 73 degrees. And again, let's run down what's going on around Northeast Tennessee as far as baseball tonight and from yesterday. It was yesterday Cobb County defeating Washburn in 5 innings, 14-4. Crockett beat South 2-1. It's been a topsy-turvy year for Anthony Richardson and the Rebels so far. Elizabethton, of course, we told you, and we'll talk more about that game, 5-2 winner over Volunteer in Churchill. Granger beat South Green 4-3. Seymour over Morristown East 5-4. Unaka takes 2. The Rangers beat Cosby 14-5 and came by and got them 16-1. West Green beat Sullivan North 7-6 in high school baseball here in Northeast Tennessee. Now, the Bristol Fellowship of Christian Athlete Tournament. You had Sullivan East defeating Tennessee I 11-6. That was a big game. That's a big, big rivalry game. Those two schools and sports teams don't particularly like each other. You had Abington, the Falcons, all over Sullivan East 16-2. Virginia High beat Chucky Doak in 5 innings 23-0. Tonight, you've got Sullivan South at Sullivan North, Seymour in Kingsport to battle Dobbins Bennett at 5 o'clock. In the Bristol FCA tournament, you had Union at Tennessee High earlier. Then in the nightcap, Abington will take on Tennessee High. And in Southwest Virginia, Lehigh against Rye Cove and J.I. Burton at Gate City. Softball, how about the Lady Cyclones of Coach Harden? They're out of the gate big time. They went to Gate City and put an 11-1 pounding on the Lady Blue Devils yesterday. They're involved in the East Tennessee Classic Tournament at Wingdeer Park in Johnson City. That's going on all day today, tomorrow. I think wrapping up on Sunday. Lots and lots of teams in town. Weather's going to be awesome tonight and tomorrow for this tournament. You've got Science Hill, Tennessee High. Dobbins Bennett taking on Carnes. Daniel Boone and Granger. Volunteer in the Lady Blue Devils of Unicoi County. Sullivan East and Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Sullivan North and North Green. Sullivan South's Lady Rebels in Happy Valley. Also later on tonight, Unicoi County and Granger. Science Hill's Lady Hilltoppers taking on Sullivan East. It's the Carnes Lady Beavers taking on North Green. Daniel Boone battling Sullivan South in girls softball tonight. All this Wingdeer Park in Johnson City. Volunteer versus Chucky Doak. Tennessee High against Hopkinsville. Dobbins Bennett takes on the Lady Golden Raiders of Sullivan North and a 9:15 first pitch. Granger against Happy Valley. And Chucky Doak doing battle with Science Hill. All that tonight in Wingdeer Park in the East Tennessee Classic Tournament. Coming up for the Lady Cyclones of Elizabeth and Coach Harden and the ladies again involved in some other games going on. So it's good to come out of the gate and do like they're doing because they got a strong start to this softball season for the Lady Cyclones, who I think are undefeated right now. I'd have to double check on that, but I'm 99% sure they are unblemished so far, and they will play, let's see, where are they at tomorrow? I'm scanning the schedule here. They're not involved in the East Tennessee Classic. They're playing in Cookeville at a tournament. I knew they were out of town. The Lady Cyclones are in Cookeville playing in a tournament there again this afternoon for Coach Harden and the Lady Cyclones. So good luck to them in Cookeville. Pre-game show continues. We'll take a look at this season so far for the Elizabethton Cyclones as they come ready to do battle with a 1-4 volunteer team. The Cyclones have won 4 and lost 1. We'll take a look at how things are on the season stats for the Cyclones next on the pregame show. Again, from Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back again at Joe O'Brien Field pregame show, and the game itself brought to you by CBM Ministries Camp Tapawingo. And again, a great church camp. My daughters have been there many, many, many years ago. It is awesome. And so they proclaim the Lord for sure. Again, at Camp Tapawingo. In fact, kids have been saved there, and they got the big pool, and they just do a lot of neat things, campfires, and the arts and crafts room, the music room, your typical Christian camp opportunities inside the camp, of course. But the bottom line is the gospel is very much presented and preached the whole time there, again, at Camp Tapawingo in nearby Watauga. In fact, it's straight over the hills of crow flies. And so we're going to be talking to Dave Johnson, the director, coming up here in a little while. Let's take a look at this baseball team for Elizabethton again, 4-1. Batting as a team, 314. Your hammer right now, no question, would be Evan Carter, batting a solid 533. No homers, 4 runs knocked in. He's scored 6 times. He leads the team in singles with 8. He leads the team in hits with 8, or rather, leads the team with hits with 8. Leads the team in singles with 7. Evan Carter batting 533. The beauty of it, Carter is an underclassman, big time. As what, freshman? Yeah, only a freshman, a 9th grader leading the team in hitting. You don't think that's not pleasing for Coach Presnell? Absolutely, as they call him, Coach P. Other guys swinging the stick real nicely right now. How about Ryan Wetzel batting 455, Matthew Daly and Michael Robinson each batting 333. Logan Eastep, cleanup man tonight for the pitcher Trey Schown, batting 368. Jesse Carr, 333. Again, Ethan Eggleston, the leadoff man, batting 300. Those are some of the guys swinging the sticks tonight for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Looking for their first home run of the season. No homers and 28 RBIs driven in. Led in that category by Logan Eastep with 6, 4 by Evan Carter, and RBIs right now by, actually I apologize, the wrong column. Michael Robinson leads the team with 9 ribbies. Eastep with 6, and Evan Carter's driven in 4 as the freshman for the Elizabethton Cyclones. They have only 4 seniors on the team. This is obviously a very young baseball team that's growing up every time they go out on the field, and another chance to do that tonight against the 1-4 Volunteer Falcons. So your doubles leader right now, Ethan Eggleston and Evan Perkins, Matthew Daly, Michael Robinson, Nick Johnson, all with 1 each in the triples department. Carter's got 1, and Logan Eastep's banged out a 3-bagger. Home runs, looking for our first one of the season. Again, RBI man right now at this point is Michael Robinson with 9, Logan Eastep with 6, Evan Carter with 4, and Evan Perkins, the catcher, with 3 runs knocked in so far this season. Again, the batting average for the Cyclones as a team, 314. On-base percentage, a solid 412, and slugging percentage is even better, a solid 380 for this baseball team. Again, it's 4 up, 1 down so far in 2017. Our next broadcast after tonight, right back in here on Tuesday. That may have an asterisk because it looks like there may be some storms coming. We have a 7 o'clock first pitch scheduled against the Longhorns of Johnson County, certainly a conference game, and that'll be a chance for the youngsters of Elizabeth to take on the youngsters of Johnson County. in a home and away series. They'll go back up there and play on the 24th of April. Then we've got games, we're off until April. Then we've got Happy Valley, Sullivan East, Jefferson County, Sullivan North, Sullivan South, and Daniel Boone. And we've already been asked if we can just kind of push this one into the tournament. I said, well, hello, does a cow give milk? We're on it. So, like a duck on a June bug, if we want to go into the tournament, we'll work our way and see if we can get into the tournament, which will be held at J. Fred Johnson Stadium in Kingsport at the end of the regular season. We'll come back, take a look at the pitching staff. It's solid as well, indicative of a 4-1 record. We'll be back with more on the pregame show here. We're live at Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. You have the Cyclones and the Volunteer Falcons right here about to do baseball on a picture-perfect night. It does not get any better than this right here tonight. 73-degree temperature right now, and it's gorgeous. And we'll come back and talk about the very solid pitching staff that's grown up every game for the Cyclones right after this. Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball on the Tom Total Sports Show Facebook page.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the pregame show, we are back live again at Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, ready to do baseball again. The pregame show continues. Our sponsor tonight, we want to make sure that he is on because, let's hit it right there. There we go. There he is. Dave Johnson, the director of Camp Tapawingo. Again, as a crow flies, kind of right over that hill, I think, in Watauga. It's not too far away, is it?
Right. Every time we come to town, we can see the ballpark from the road over there, right across the river. But yeah, we're not far away, 7 or 8 minutes from here.
Yep. Your sweatshirt says established in 1948. Again, as I've said throughout the week and on the broadcast here before you got here, I had my 2 girls go there, loved it, had a fabulous experience. The gospel was preached, the fun was had. It's a win-win combination, and it's still continued. That's been several years ago, but it's still going great guns. Tell me about it.
It is. Of course, in 1948, I wasn't around to see it get started. But actually, my parents, who are now in heaven, they were here in the very beginning when the camp first got started, and it's just been amazing to see what's happened over the years with the camp. I went through sort of a slow period back in the 80s. Things really were kind of slow for the camp, but boy, things have turned around the last couple years. We had over 800 kids come to camp last summer, and
wow,
we were all the
awesome.
time adding new activities and just making it just a fun time for the kids. And of course, they come there and they get to hear some really cool speakers share God's word. So.
Bottom line is they're presented the gospel geographically rather. How far out do they come to camp in the summertime?
We have a few that come quite a distance, even from North Carolina, but I would say for the most part, Knoxville up this way, about a 2-hour radius,
Yep.
Southwest Virginia.
Talking to Dave Johnson again. We are live here again. He's the sponsor tonight for the ball game. He's going to come back and talk to us a little bit later in the game. But again, it is CBM Ministries Camp Tapawingo, and I'm not sure I know what Tapawingo means. What does Camp Tapawingo mean?
Well, whoever came up with that name years ago didn't have to type it out like we do with a hyphenated word. Every time I sit down and type that out, it's Tapawingo. But the name means place of joy. That's short. The long name is Place of Joy on a Hill. Of course, we are on a hill up there, Watauga, and certainly has been a place of joy for a lot of kids over the years.
We're on to Dave Johnson again, the director. Again, our sponsor of the game tonight. We're live here on Facebook all over the world. We had 1,000 views on Monday. We played Sullivan Central, and we feel like it's just going to continue to grow, and that's the name of the game. And so all you have to do is go on again to TomTaylorSports.com and click on it says listen live, and here we be. We're streaming audio, of course, no video yet. We're working on that, but right now it is audio. I think the camera I've got tonight, if you set it up, we've got a camera, high def camera, but left field look like an ant, so we don't to do fairness to the guys. We're going to do audio only, but we are working on going video as well. There is a website. Tell me about the website. What's on there? How do we get to it? First off, what's on there?
Well, it's pretty easy. CBM Camp, we're Children's Bible Ministry, so cbmcamp.com. And you can go in there and you can learn about upcoming activities. You can pull up our summer camp schedule, what we're going to be doing this year, and learn all kinds of information about what we do there at camp.
What is your mission statement? What is the objective of Camp Tapawingo?
Well, of course, our goal is to get kids to camp. We want to make it as fun and exciting as possible, but we want kids, when they come, we want them to learn God's Word and about God's love for them. And we feel like if they go home on Friday and they've had an opportunity, whether they've decided to or not, they've had an opportunity to receive Christ as Savior. We're not pushy. We just want to expose them to the gospel. And last year we had about 90 boys and girls and teenagers that made a decision to trust Christ at camp. So that was really, really cool.
That is very awesome. That's the name of the game. And again, give us I know you have the craft building back in the day at the music building, got the pool. Tell me some of the things, some of the bells and whistles at Tapawingo that folks may not know about.
Yeah. Well, a few old timers may be listening right now that maybe went to camp as a child way back in the day. And if you haven't been on the property in the last 15 years or so, you'd see a lot of changes. And we've got a gymnasium on the property now that really helps a lot, especially in the summertime. We have some bad weather, and we can just take the kids inside and just still continue the fun. We were probably one of the first places in the area back in the 1950s that had a pool. and we had a pool at Camp Tapawingo, and that was sort of a novelty back in those days to have a pool. But the old pool finally wore out, and about 7 years ago we put a brand new one in, and so that's really nice. Got a climbing tower, and also a zip line off that, a 40-foot high zip line. And a lot of kids come to camp. That's what they want to do. They want to ride a zip line.
Sure. Understandably so. We're talking again, Dave Johnson, again, the director of Camp Tapawingo. We're live here in the pregame at Elizabethton Cyclones and the Volunteer Falcons. So, age-wise, what are the ages of kids that can come to camp?
We can start them as early as kindergarten. We have a day camp program. We have 2 weeks in the summer, and that's all on the website for day campers. Parents drop them off in the morning at 9 a.m., pick them up at 4, and between those two times, we just give them a lot of fun time and serve them a lunch and just have all kinds of activities and have a Bible time in the chapel. We have elementary week for grades 3 through 5. We have a junior high week for grades 6 through 8, and then teen week for grades 8 through 12. There's an overlap there. 8th grade, they can choose they want to go to a middle school week or high school week.
So again, the website is
cbmcamp.com. cbmcamp.com.
We'll push that all season long for you, cbmcamp.com. So what we're doing with our sponsors, even though you're sponsoring this particular game, we're going to talk you up all season. So I think that's only fair, especially when you're talking about the gospel. Talking about the Lord, I'm all about it. cbmcamp.com. And so, folks, can they register now for the camps? It's not too early, is it?
They can. They can go on the website and request a registration and brochure. We'll be glad to send that to them through the mail. And there's also a downloadable registration form online, so they can register that way too.
Now, folks, you can't see him up here, but the guy's about, what are you, 6'6", 6'7"?
6'4".
6'4"?
Yep.
Did you play? You had to play in somewhere because I've watched you. You're pretty athletic.
I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and played high school football and basketball, and really loved that. And went off to college in New Jersey, a little Bible college called Northeastern Bible College. We had a great basketball team and played basketball there, played forward. Loved it, and just a lot of good memories. Traveled around, played a lot of teams.
Have you been keeping a bracket? March Madness?
Boy, I don't know what to think. I was surprised Duke lost last weekend, but I don't know. I guess we got to pull for Southeastern Conference. Anybody else left in the conference playing, and South Carolina's one of them. So I guess we'll be seeing what they do. And who else we got?
It's interesting for a football conference. You got 3 teams out of the SEC playing. You got, of course, Kentucky and UCLA.
Right.
You've got North Carolina and Butler, the Bulldogs. You've got South Carolina and Baylor. You've got, I'm getting ready to go out on a limb here. That's what happens when you get old. You wouldn't know that. South Regional, Butler, North Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA. And the other side tonight will be South Carolina and Baylor, and Wisconsin and the Florida Gators. So they're playing tonight. These are the East and the South Regional. Midwest tomorrow night, it'll be Purdue and Kansas. West Regional Championship, the Cinderella team. The lowest seed still playing, 11th seeded Xavier, the Musketeers out of Cincinnati. They'll be playing tomorrow evening against Arizona.
Yeah. Who they knock off last night?
They knocked off Arizona. I'm wrong. They did not.
Okay, I was thinking they beat Arizona last night.
They did. They'll play Gonzaga for the West Regional.
Okay.
So there you go.
Imagine that. Xavier playing to go to going to the Final Four.
Final Four.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. You just on any given day, right? I mean, you look at Duke fell. You know, a lot of people tell me Butler's going to beat North Carolina. North Carolina's in trouble tonight. I don't know. I don't think Kentucky set the woods on fire the way they've played. They've kind of struggled. So wouldn't that be a fluke or be wild if Xavier won it all as the number 11 seed?
That would
kind of makes it exciting though for college basketball, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell your age. As growing up, who was the guy that you looked up to? Who did you think was it Michael Jordan before that? Who was somebody as a little guy thinking I want to play like him?
Yeah, I'm going to be 60 this year, so I was big time into college basketball before Jordan was out. David Thompson played at NC State, and
48-inch vertical leap.
Yep. And amazingly, Michael Jordan said David Thompson was his favorite player.
You're exactly right.
He loved to watch Thompson. And I grew up in Raleigh, and of course Thompson played at NC State, and we used to do anything we could to get into an NC State game there at Reynolds Coliseum. we figured out some way to get in. Lots of times the game was sold out. We'd find a ticket somewhere, and we'd get in for the game. But
David Thompson, Monty Towle, Tommy Burleson.
Yep.
After that, I can't give you the other two starters. I'll get you three.
Mo Rivers, was he on that team? And then I think Phil Spence.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Tim Stoddard. Tim Stoddard
and
played.
Tim Stoddard, big 42.
Yeah.
Big old wide body in the middle.
Yeah.
By the way, again, you've not met Dave, but he looks a little bit like my man, the Birdman, Larry Bird. A little bit. Got blonde hair, big, rangy. So, did you follow the Birdman growing up?
Yeah, Indiana State. He's a little bit better than me, but I still watched him play.
And Dr. J, too. Give me some taters. And Dr. J, so he's back where I'm in. That's back in my era. But anyway, good times. And so tonight, basketball. We got baseball here. The Cyclones taking the infield. We're going to take a break. And you want to come back and talk a bit later on? You want to come back?
Sure.
Come back up here in a few minutes.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Lord and Camp Tampa Wingo. We appreciate him very much. He is the camp director, Dave Johnson. We'll be right back after this. And Elizabethton, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back again at O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, getting ready for the start of this one. Again, it's Volunteer 1-4, and the Elizabethton Cyclones at 4-1. Trey Shine gets the baseball tonight from Coach Presnell. If you heard the pregame comments earlier, in the evening. So we're not that far away from first pitch. We'll give you the starting lineups coming up here in just a few minutes. And again, reminding you that we were at Food City today for the Midnight Madness sale. It is still going on until midnight tonight. And so let me run down some of those specials. One of our great sponsors, that would be Nature's Own Butter Buns, hamburger hot dog buns until midnight tonight. Limit 4, 8 to a pack for $1.49. You have premium Nabisco premium saltines for $1.99. Also tonight for the Midnight Madness sale, you have Pepsi products, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, 2 for $10. I'm here to tell you, they were flying out of there today. Red Ripe, we were in Elizabethton, I should say. Red Ripe strawberries, fresh strawberries, 16-ounce container for $1.49. Also at Food City tonight till midnight, the Midnight Madness sale, Campbell's Homestyle Soup, limit 6, 89 cents a can. And also you have Scott Extra Soft Bath Tissue or Scott Paper Towels, limit 4 for $3.99 tonight. And also if you like potatoes, who doesn't like potatoes? Or taters, Jumbo Baking Potatoes, Harvest Club 8-pound bag for $2.99. And also Food City Fresh whole boneless pork loin for $1.49 at Food City till midnight tonight, the Midnight Madness sale. All righty, we'll come back. We'll get ready to go. Starting lineups, we'll have them for you. Both teams ready to roll. Talk about the starter tonight, Trey Shound. He gets the baseball, and we'll talk about him next here on the pregame show. From Elizabethton, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
If you're ready now, the starting lineup first off for the visiting Volunteer Falcons at 1-4 in the season. Leading off and doing the catching tonight will be Lucas Atkins. Batting second, your shortstop, Logan Larkins. Batting third, the center fielder tonight, Heath Dowsett. Cleanup batter will be the third baseman for Volunteer, Gabe Music. Batting fifth, your second baseman, Preston Hurd. Batting sixth and doing the pitching tonight, Ethan Sargent. Batting seventh for Volunteer, the first baseman, Alex Wilson. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Cameron Hill. And batting ninth and playing left field defensively, Jason Fields. Again for Volunteer, Atkins catching, Larkins at shortstop, Douthit in center, Music at third, Hurd at second, Sargent pitching, Wilson at first, Hill in right field, and Fields in left field for Volunteer. For the Elizabethton Cyclones in black tops tonight, white bottoms, will be leading off. Ethan Eggleston will play second base. Batting second, playing right field, the freshman who leads the team in hitting, Evan Carter. Batting third, the shortstop, Michael Robinson. Batting fourth, the designated hitter for the starting pitcher, Trey Shound, will be Logan Estep. Batting fifth and playing third base for Elizabethton, Matthew Daly. Batting sixth and playing first base, Nick Johnson. And the bottom three for the Cyclones, Evan Perkins catching, Jesse Carr in left field, and Ryan Wetzel in center field. For the, again, Elizabethton Cyclones, 4 wins and 1 loss so far this season. Off to a heck of a start for Ryan Presnell. The pitching staff in 35 innings of baseball, their course 4-1, 1 save. Again, they've given up 23 hits, 19 runs, only 10 of those have been earned. They've walked 20, they've struck out 47, led by Garrett Hartley with 16. And Brody Adams, who's not in the lineup tonight, he was up here and had him a big old strawberry on his calf from yesterday's game in Volunteers, so they set him down tonight, let him rest that big old strawberry. Looked kind of, well, looked like a strawberry on the side of his leg where he slid into the base. And so Brody won't go tonight, but he does have 10 strikeouts on the season. And so you have 16 by Hartley, 10 by Brody Adams in the strikeout department, 8 by Matthew Daly, 7 Ks by the freshman Evan Carter. And again tonight, Trey Shine will make his second appearance of this young season, his first start for Trey Shine. Again, he pitched 2 1/3 earlier in the season. He's been in 2 different ball games. He has a record of 0-1. He's got 1 save to his credit. He's given up 5 hits, 3 runs, none of those earned. He's not walked a batter and struck out 3. So Trey Shine will get the baseball tonight for Coach Ryan Presnell. See what he can do against this baseball team from Churchill that they beat last night to the tune of 5-2. Trey Shine, by the way, the junior, only 4 seniors. Michael Robinson, Jesse Carr, Brody Adams, and Garrett Hartley are the 4 seniors tonight for this Elizabethton Cyclone baseball team. So last night it was 5-2. What happened last night? Well, Cyclones put 3 on in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th for 5 total. Each step, big night last night, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Also, you had 3 hits from Michael Robinson last night. He went 3 for 4. I'm sorry, 1 for 4 and drove in 3. So Robinson went 1 for 4, drove in 3. Each step went 3 for 4 and drove in 1. So 4 of the 5 runs last night were earned against the starting pitcher for the Volunteer Falcons. Last night, freshman Evan Carter went 4 innings, had 70 pitches. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He struck out 7, walked 5. Lawson Wagner out of the bullpen with a heck of a performance. Again, the freshman starting and the sophomore backed him up, came out of the pen with 3 innings of work, faced 45 batters, gave up only 1 hit, 1 run. It was not earned. He struck out 1 and walked 1. So good night last night for Lawson Wagner. Even better night for the freshman Evan Carter, who struck out 7, walked 5, gave up 1 hit. That was it last night. And 1 run, it was earned. So Carter gets the W last night as the starting pitcher for the Elizabethton Cyclones. We'll come right back. We'll get ready to go. Starting lineups is both coaches at home plate, talking with the home plate umpire and the field umpire, and two-man crew. We'll be ready to go next. We're looking forward to bringing you first pitch baseball. The Cyclones and the Volunteer Falcons from Joe O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. Beautiful night for baseball. We'll have it for you next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
7, the catcher, Evan Perkins. Number 2, the left fielder, Jesse Carr. And number 1, the center fielder, Ryan Wetzel. Please stand and remove your hats for a moment of silence, followed by the playing of the national anthem.
And of course, the playing for national anthem here at Joe O'Brien Field, the home of the Elizabethton Twins. Had Mike Maines on today on the show on our Food City Friday right down the street at Midnight Madness sale. And appreciate Mike coming by and talking about the Twins. And we sure hope Minnesota gets this thing working and they end up here after 44 years. Hate to see him take off and leave, but we'll see. Trey Shown, the big junior right-hander, spindly, I think be the way to describe this young man. He's all arms and legs, lanky lad, and so he'll be on the mound tonight for the Cyclones. They have the black tops, white bottoms, orange ball caps. Again, black socks. Again, his battery mate will be Evan Perkins at first, Nick Johnson. Second, Ethan Eggleston. Shortstop, Michael Robinson. Third base tonight, Matthew Daly. In left field, Jesse Carr. Center field, Ryan Wetzel. And in right field, Evan Carter. Our last broadcast, it was a windsock out here on Monday night against Sullivan Central. It was blowing all over the place, and it was nice game put in by Michael Akert, although his defense didn't help him out much. Young man who pitched for Sullivan Central. And again, the Cyclones won that one 5-0 going away. So that was in. This is now. Trying to put together another big win. 5-1 they're trying to go to. Again, Volunteer will come in with a record of 1-4. So again, we welcome you. Thank you again, our sponsor tonight. Again, Camp Tampa Wingo, cbmcamp.com. If you're looking for a really cool church camp to go to, and again, I can give you a testimonial. Had my two girls go there way back in the day. Things haven't changed. They're still proclaiming the gospel. And so if you want an old-fashioned church camp, again in Watauga, Tennessee, right over the mountain from where we are, right out the press box door and up across the river and up over the hill, you, I think, basically come right to Camp Tampa Wingo. We dedicate our game to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. Our verse tonight out of the book of John, John 8:12 says, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And there you go. And that is our verse to get us started tonight. We dedicate the show to the man, as we said, unashamedly, who hung on the cross. Here's Lucas Atkins getting us started tonight. Shown's first pitch, chopped foul to plate, and this one's underway. Atkins last night went 1 for 3, the walk and a strikeout in the game last night in Churchill, 5-2, won by the visitors from Carter County. Shown gets a new baseball, working with his battery mate Evan Perkins. Right-hander brings it. Line shot, and the no-hitter goes by the boards. A solid single in the left field by Lucas Atkins to get it started for the Volunteer Falcons here in the first inning. Here's Logan Larkins. Larkins last night went 0 for 4 against the combination of Carter and Wagner. Our longtime friend Fred Hutchins behind the plate tonight, calling balls and strikes. Had a young man who could flat play the game back in the day at Sullivan South, Aaron Hutchins. Down and away, ball one. Squared the bunt, pulled back, charging from third was Matthew Daly, but it was down and away, ball one to the right-hand batting. Volunteer Falcon with orange tops and gray bottoms tonight. Coming over from Churchill, pretty long ride coming across Friday night traffic in the Tri-Cities. Throw to first and back in. Johnson takes the throw and back in, diving safely to the outfield side of the bag is Lucas Atkins, the catcher. Lead man on to start the game here. Beautiful night, 72 degrees game time temperature. Shown to the belt, brings it. Bunt, popped it up, could be trouble. Shown comes hard, can't get it. Perkins fields, throws, and got him. Nice job by Evan Perkins. Breaking off the mound with Shown to make that catch. Could not. Perkins was right there to get on the sacrifice. Go 2-3 on the putout. Runner down to second, one away. So in the book, it'll be a sac bunt. It popped him up. Again, coming off the mound, charging Shown. Couldn't make the catch. Perkins was right there as you're supposed to. They've worked that situation before a time or two. Perkins right out there to pick up that loose baseball and rifle one to his teammate at first. Atkins down to second. Runner one on one out for Heath Douthit, the center fielder. He chops it third base side, a foul ball. Backhanded there by Matthew Daly for the Cyclones. The dimensions here at O'Brien Field, 322 down the right field line, 339 down the left field line, and to poke it over that, 25, 30-foot fence in straightaway center has a big 399 out there. You got to lay in the one to get it out of here straightaway center, I can tell you that. This one to the backstop, and down to third will come Lucas Atkins. So Larkins moves him to second. Down to third comes Atkins. He's 90 feet away, and Douthit, the center fielder for Volunteer, trying to do damage. Douthit last night went 0 for 2, but scored a run and was credited with an RBI and a walk. Making the assumption, having not been there, it was a bases loaded walk and got a ribby for it. Pitching. There's a line ball down and out of play. He tattooed that one, but it's a long foul ball down the right field line and backing out of play, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Trey Shaw, new baseball, working from the stretch, runner down to third here in the top of the first inning. Brings it. And a pitch upstairs to the right-hand batting center fielder. One ball, 2 strikes, brings it. And just misses upstairs 2-2. To the right-hand batting center fielder. On deck will be Gabe Music for the Volunteer Falcons. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Apparently our ball indicator on the scoreboard's not working. 2-2 pitch, and it's right there. It's ball 4. I missed that one, so got him on the corners. 1 out. Here's Gabe Music, the third baseman. Music last night went 0 for 4 against Carter and Wagner. Volunteer trying to strike first. They're in good position. Got him on the corners. 1 out, 2 men on here in the top of the first. Trey Shaw and the juniors worked him into a little mini jam here in the top half of the first inning. So Shaw leans in, gets his sign. With the runner at first, Johnson holds him on. Shaw delivers. Jammed him. Runner comes home. Robinson only plays at first, and he got him. Nice job on the dig out by Johnson. 2 away, run scores. 1-0 Volunteer. Slow ground ball and kind of handcuffed Robinson for just a second. Going to try the double play ball and opted to never get that sure out over first. 6-3 on the putout. Run comes in as 1-0. Down to second goes Douthit, and here is Preston Hurd. Hurd 0 for 1 last night at the strikeout. So Shawn checks him out at second. Brings it, and I got him. Hit batsman. Got him on the lead elbow. Hit batsman, 2 outs. Down to first goes Hurd and continues for Ethan Sargent. Trying to help his cause as the pitcher for Volunteer. Where's number 15, the starting pitcher tonight for Volunteer? We had a sac bunt, we've had a walk, we've had a hit batsman, we've had a single, we've had a run scored. 1-0 Volunteer. Pitching. Jammed him, foul ball. Just got a piece of a bad handle foul first base side to the Volunteer dugout. Strike one. Wilson on deck. We're in the top of the first. Atkins single. Larkin sack bunt 2-3 on the put-out catcher to first baseman covering. Douthat with a walk. Music with a ground out to short that plates Atkins, who went down to third on a fast ball. There's a throwback to second, and Shound just spun around and threw a lazy throw back out to Michael Robinson. So pitching. Jammed him, foul ball again, first base side. Shound gets a new baseball, brings it. Oh, nice pitch, strike call, and that's the inning. Trey Shound gets him on that called third in the inning, but it's productive for the visitors out of Churchill. One run on one hit, no errors, and they leave, 2 men on, 1 man on. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Volunteer 1, the Cyclones come calling. We'll be right back after this. And this game being brought to you by Cap Tampa Wingo, cbmcamp.com.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Back at Joe O'Brien Field, a beautiful day for baseball, and the Cyclones face a 1-0 deficit going to the bottom of the first. Ethan Eggleston comes calling to get this thing started offensively for Elizabethton against Sargent. Pitch outside, ball 1. Red and orange numerals, trimmed out in white and black tops and white bottoms. Ethan Eggleston batting .300 right now. 3 for 10 on the season with a double and an RBI. Strike called, 1-1. Left-hand batter gets it started. Cyclones trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the first of a scheduled 7. Right-hander brings it, and it's up around the eyes. Good eye, 2-1. Ethan Sargent, your starter tonight for the Falcons. Pitches, fly ball, into the gap, left center field, tails away, and they won't get it. He's got one. Eggleston digging, takes the big turn, puts on the brakes, and scampers back into first. A leadoff single. He roped it away from the center field, or tailed away from him on the gap in left center field. Eggleston jumps on that first at-bat and represents a tying run at first base. And here's the man with the plan, the freshman, batting .533. Wow. 8 for 15 with 4 RBIs and a triple so far this season and 7 base hits. Only a freshman. Pitches. Tries to bunt and throw to first, and back in standing is Ethan Eggleston. So Carter tried to make contact in the outside part of the plate and a pitch up and outside, and it's a strike, of course. So Evan Carter, the freshman. Wow. Hits 8, singles 7, club leadership. Triples, he's got 1, Estep's got 1. RBIs, he's got 6 ribbies. Runner going downstairs, tough one to throw down there, but he made a great throw. He got, nope, he's saving at second. Nice job. Eggleston wisely slid to the outside, outfield side of the bag. That was a great throw and a pitch down and in by the catcher. Lucas Atkins threw it out with some authority. Shortstop took the throw, and Eggleston wisely slid to the outfield side of the bag for a stolen base. The old Punch and Judy manufacturing runs. Here's Carter. Way outside. Good eye by Evan. On deck will be Michael Robinson. What's the ball count, Doug? 2? 2-1? Yeah. 2 balls and a strike here on Evan Carter. 1-0 Volunteer, but the Cyclones are threatening in the bottom half of the first. Ooh, nice pitch. Ooh, 2-2. You'd like to have that one back. That was right down the old gutter pipe. I'm thinking so. If he gets that same pitch, he's going to drive it. 2-2 count. Sargent working from the stretch. The right-hander checks him out at second, dancing around. Here it comes. Outside, good eye by Evan Carter. Full count. Robinson on deck. The team with 18 walks and 137 at-bats. Payoff pitch. Here it comes. Carter, ground ball to the second baseman, advance the runner. He drops it, stays with it, throws to first, pulls him off the line, safe, and a runner comes down to third. E4 on the second baseman. Down to third comes Eggleston. Here's Michael Robinson. So Preston Hurd knocked it down and then kind of handcuffed him for a second, righted himself and threw it, but offline to the home plate side of the first base bag, trying to make the sweep tag coming down was your first baseman. Alex Wilson could not. All hands are safe. Down to third goes Eggleston. First is Carter. Here's Michael Robinson. Michael batting a healthy .333. No homers and 9 RBIs. Leads the team. First pitch. Popped him up. Right field could be deep enough. Let's see. Right fielder angles towards the right field line. Makes the catch. Runner tags. Here comes the throw. And he'll be in with a sacrifice RBI. It's a tie ball game. So sacrifice RBI rather, sacrifice fly with a ribby attached to it, I should say. The right fielder is one away. Eggleston tags, comes home. It's a tie ball game. Carter stays at first, and here's Logan Estep. It's the 10th RBI of the season in this young season for one Michael Robinson. So here is Logan Estep, the designated hitter. Sargent brings it. And nice pitch, all-speed pitch caught down low around the knees. Logan batting .368 himself. No homers, 6 runs knocked in. He has a triple on the season. The DH for the starter, Trey Shown. Tie ball game, 1 out, 1 on and 1 in here in the bottom of the first. Check swing, and it's a foul ball by Logan Estep. Tell you what, I was here early enough to watch him take BP today. Boys can stroke it. Now, I'm here to tell you, there's some guys out there that can flat. Now, granted, it's lollipops being thrown in there for batting practice, but nonetheless, they were flying off the bats in BP. Pitching. There's a shot back up the middle, solid single. I took off Sargent's head on the pitcher's mound on a clothesline of rope back up the middle. Base hit for Estep. Inning continues for Matthew Daly. Second hit of the ball game for the Cyclones. Single by Eggleston, and now the single by Logan Estep. Here's Matthew Daly, the third baseman. Daly batting .333, no homers and 2 knocks. A double under his belt so far this season. This kid really pitched a heck of a game Monday night. Man, oh man, was I impressed. Goodness gracious, he had a gut check. And a cool night. Pitches, all speed, misses upstairs, ball 1. 2-hit shutout, struck out 6 against the AAA ball club. You say, well, it's Sullivan Central and they've been kind of down. Hey, it's still AAA ball club. Care how you slice it. AAA's AAA. Pitching Sargent. Way inside. Good eye by Daly. Under the arms, 2 balls and no strikes. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first of a scheduled 7. Tonight's game brought to you by Camp Tapawingo, cbmcamp.com, CBM Ministries. Pitching. And a bell-high fastball. Nice job freezing the pitch by Lucas Atkins to have Fred Hutchins commit to that. Strike called. On deck is Nick Johnson. 2 on, 1 out, 1 in. Tie ball game in the first. Surgeon to the belt. Checks the runner at second. Dancing around. He'll bring it. And a bad handle pop back our way. Now to play. And the count holds there. Mr. Hartley may have done it. You got it, didn't you? Tell you what, you're slicker than cat good. Ain't nothing past you. 2-2. Sargent. Runner double steals on, down to third, and he's not even close. He stole it off the pitcher, and it's a double steal. And the Cyclones are on the move here, folks. They don't waste any time. There's no moss grows under this team's shoes. They're on the move with a double steal. Down to third's Carter, out to second is Logan Eastep, and here's Daly with a run-producing situation here. And he does just that. He hammers it into the gap, going back over the head, and makes a nice catch. Spoke too soon. Runner tags, and sacrifice fly RBI. Elizabethton takes the lead with a great play, and I miscalled that one. Cameron Hill backpedaled 4 or 5 steps, reached up and made that catch, and robbed him of extra base hits. But Daly gets an RBI. 2 out. Here's Nick Johnson. So Michael Robinson with an RBI. Matthew Daly drives in a run. Here's Nick Johnson, left-hand batting first baseman. 2-1 Cyclones. First pitch, baby. There's one going back, and he will not get to that over his head up against the fence. He'll get one. Run scores. Johnson stops at second with a big 2-out run-producing double for the Elizabethton Cyclones. So 3 RBIs in the inning, and they have begun to tee off on Ethan Surgeon here. That was a rope over the head and up against the planks in right field. 3 runs have crossed the plate and still batting for Evan Perkins, the catcher. Ground ball, fouled back our way, strike 1. Big Sam back there, down there, he was jumping. Sam? Sam's jumping down. Sam, what's your last name? Sam Siebert. I like Sam. He was jumping down there. Coming his way, the PA guy. Of course, if it came my way, Sam, I'd be jumping too, son. Don't let me fool you. I'd be moving too. Perkins upstairs, 1-1. Good eye, Evan. Perkins coming in batting 200. Got a double and 3 runs knocked in. 3 big ones in here to take the lead and regain the lead after a Volunteer started things off with a run at the top of the first. Sargent brings it. Baby. That's a hard hit ball down the right field line. That will be in the gap up against the fence. Hugs down the right field line and a foul ball. And not by much. You straighten that one out, he's running all day. And as it's a long strike for Evan Perkins. On deck's Jesse Carr. The inning continues. Sac fly RBI Robinson, his 10th run knocked into the season. Sacrifice fly RBI Matthew Daly. For Daly, his 3rd RBI of the season. Sargent brings it. And a pitch down to third. He will be out at third base. And that will be the inning. Good throw over top of the batter to get him down at third, but it's been a good inning for the home team. 3 runs on 2 base hits. 1 error, and 1 man left. We go to the second inning. We played 1. Elizabethton 3, Volunteer 1. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, brought to you by Camp Tapawingo and CBM Ministries.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
We go to the second inning. It's a 3-1 Cyclone lead. It's 7, 8, 9. Alex Wilson, Cameron Hill, Jason Fields for the Volunteer Falcons at 1-4. Last night down at Volunteer, Alex Wilson on the evening had a one-plate appearance with a walk. Chopper coming off the home plate grass field, a nice throw and threw a bullet across the diamond. Nice job. Matthew Daly come off the dirt high on a big roundhouse bounce coming off the dirt. Fields it and throws a strike. 5-3, one away. Here's Cameron Hill, the right fielder. Hill last night went 1 for 3, scored a run and struck out twice. Again, last night it was a 5-2 win by Evan Carter and Lawson Wagner, a freshman-sophomore tag team for Elizabethton. Shown, first pitch, and dribbles it back to the backstop. Doug, is it safe to say that Mr. Shown gets stronger? Looks like he's getting stronger as the evening wears on there. Sure, getting confidence. Only a junior. Only 4 seniors on this team. Shown gets his sign. He rocks. Here it comes. Oh, nice pitch. Nice job of Perkins to frame it. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. He's got 1 punch out of the game. He retired Ethan Sargent to end the first inning. Shown rocks. He's feeling it. Brings it. And it's upstairs, not by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doug got the scoreboard fixed. I'm excited. It's good. My man Doug Hartley, going to go up there and hear him preach one Sunday. I'd say he can shuck the corn. 1-2 pitch. Yeah, I'd say he could. Popped it up foul ground, and the count holds at a ball, 2 strikes.
I've heard him a time or 2.
Have you really? Can he do it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I was listening to Adrian Rogers last night. Talking about a guy can preach. 1-2 pitch, the late Adrian Rogers. Upstairs 2-2. You put me in front of Adrian Rogers or Charles Stanley or Tony Evans and Doug Hartley, I'm going to learn something. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw it by him. Nice pitch. Strikeout swinging number 2 of the ball game for Shown. And there's 2 away in the inning. Here's Jason Fields. Fields 0 for 2. So Sam Seipert is our PA man tonight. Got him some long hair locks. I like him. First pitch, bad handle, pop coming off, and it's going to be taken in foul ground by Evan Perkins. Kind of a check swing. Perkins pounced all over like a pit bull. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Trey Shown, and we move ourselves to the bottom of the second. Your score, Elizabethton 3, Volunteer 1. Again from O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
We go to the bottom of the second here to Elizabethton's O'Brien Field. It's Perkins who was on base when the man was thrown out down the third in the inning. Swing and a miss. Drove one down the right field line, foul. That time swinging out of the strike zone. He's down, no balls and 2 strikes. Perkins, Carr, and Wetzel, 7, 8, and 9 in the Elizabethton second inning here, leading 3-1. Good eye, kind of froze him on a curveball that broke upstairs and inside, missed him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ethan Sargent shakes off that first sign from his catcher, Lucas Atkins. And there's a base hit in the right field. Hit him where they ain't. Drove base hit number 3 in the right field for Evan Perkins. Here's Jesse Carr, the left fielder. Jesse Carr batting .333. No homers, no RBIs for number 2, the left fielder for the Cyclones. And you couldn't draw it up any better than this tonight for a baseball game. Goodness gracious. Beautiful night. Squares the bunt, throw to first. He's back in diving. Good job of the first baseman. Came down the line, caught the ball, wheeled on a 360 and dove, tried to get Perkins down to first. Almost got him. He was back in safely because he went in on the outfield side of the first base bag. That good old East Tennessee humidity has not kicked in yet, so it's a very nice night here at the ballpark. Pitching, bunting, foul ball. Topped it. Behind the plate for Jesse Carr with Ryan Wetzel on deck. I've been over here in years past where the mosquitoes down here in the summertime, like B-52s, man. They're big. I mean, they are big. Coming off this river, which is right outside the press box. But tonight, gorgeous night for baseball. Lights are on. Cyclones lead at 3-1. Sargent, long look in, brings it, squares the bunt, fouls that one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, making contact, but topping it is Jesse Carr, the right-hand batter. Wetzel on deck. 7, 8, 9 here in the inning. Elizabethton 3 runs on 3 hits. A double by Nick Johnson, a single by Logan Estep, and the single to start this inning by Evan Perkins in the right field. 3-1 Cyclones. Bottom of the second. Runner going. Ground ball. Third baseman on 2 hops, fields belt high. Plays at first. Nice job of the third baseman. Runner down to second. 1 away. Nice job of Gabe Music down at third. Played that perfectly. 5-3 on the putout. Here's Ryan Wetzel, the center fielder in the 9-hole tonight. Wetzel batting .455. He and Carter lead the team in runs scored going into the game tonight with 6 each. So Perkins to second on a great job, Bisa hitting by Carr to move him down. Here's Ryan Wetzel, the center fielder. And it's a strike called inside part of the plate. On deck, the top of the order, and Ethan Eggleston was asking when Corey Russell will be ready to go. Soon? So you're 4-1 without one of your big guns. Sophomore Corey Russell, who has, turf toe? Yeah. So you get him back out here, look out. Serving notice the rest of the conference, which has been a very competitive race so far. Sargent checks him out at second, dancing around and brings it. Bounced up there. Good block off the face mask of Atkins. That would be a wild pitch down to third, goes Evan Perkins. Had no chance on that one. And so a runner 90 feet away for the orange and black from Elizabeth, and Wetzel can drive him in. We'll keep you posted once basketball starts. See where John Calipari signed. Next year, $7.75 million. Pitching. Ground ball. Second baseman playing in. Nice job. Knocks it down. Goes to first. Runner comes in. 4-1. Job done. 2 away. Infield pulled in. He hits a smoker to Hurd at second. 4-3 on the putout. Runner coming in all the way. Run number 4 of the ball game for Elizabethton. Top of the order, here's Ethan Eggleston singled, stole a base, and scored the first run of the ball game. So after next year, Calipari goes up to $8 million a year for 6 years. Come on now, college basketball is not big business. What are people? Here you go. Pitching, ground ball hit right on the screw to the second baseman. Fields, throws, and that is the inning. Nice job on back-to-back plays by Hurd. Eggleston's gone, so are the Cyclones. We played 2 that inning. 1 run, a 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a man. We've played 2 full. Elizabethton leads 4-1. We'll be right back with more. Brought to you by CBM Ministries and Camp Tapawingo. It's Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back in to start the top of the third of a scheduled 7. Shown, retirement order the first time up. Let's see what we got here. You want to see if you're live? You're not. Hit that magic button, and now you is.
All right, I'm here. Hey, good to see you. Man, it's great to be here. What a beautiful night.
You got it. Down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Atkins, a single, a run scored back in the first. We're in the top of the third. It's Elizabethton 5, Volunteer 1 here, trying for a seasonal sweep. Got them last night, 5-2. Inside, a little tight for umpire Fred Hutchins. FCA golf tournament coming up when?
May 22nd, so 2 months.
4. Yep. This one, nice.
Baseball coaches don't like golf because it messes up their swing. So don't mention that right now.
Let's let that one go. 2 balls and a strike. Shown brings it, and it's ball 4. Leadoff walk by Lucas Atkins. He'll trot to first, and here's Logan Larkins. Same scenario back in the first. Larkins dropped the sack bunt. Actually popped it up. Shown charging, couldn't get to it, but right there was Evan Larkins to pounce on and throw to the first baseman. 2-3 on the put out of the sack bunt. So here's Larkins, number 2. Heath Douthit on deck for Volunteer in the top of the third of a scheduled 7. Shown brings it, the junior. Oh, nice pitch. Popped that leather, strike 1. So the golf tournament is where, May 22nd?
It's at Link Hills in Greenville. Beautiful
course.
Yes.
Picturesque. Is that a good adjective?
That's good. I got to look that up.
Yeah, means purdy. Shown. Shown to the belt. Ooh, nice pitch again. Caught the outside corner. Good job, Trey Shown. Got him down, no balls and 2 strikes. He struck out 2 so far in the game. Ethan Sargent and Cameron Hill have been strikeout victims of Trey Shown. Elizabethton leads it again, 4-1. Throw to first. A little lollipop throw over there. Just let him know he's there. Larkins again will climb back in the right-hand batting shortstop for Volunteer. They are 1-4 on the season. Of course, they play in the Big 7. Down low.
This is probably one of the most picturesque ballparks around, too, isn't it? Isn't it nice? Oh, it's beautiful.
Not a bad. I mean, how can you?
Right by the river, the mountains in the background. Beautiful.
Perfect perch to call a game, too.
Yeah.
Chown, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trey brings it. And that's a base hit down the left field line. That'll be for extra bases. Rounding second, Lucas Atkins will come into third, and that will be a double 2-bagger for Logan Larkins. Right down the left field line, perfect where we were sitting. Knew that and had extra bases written all over it. Second hit of the ball game, and a double for Larkins. They've got him at second and third, nobody out for Heath Althett, who walked his first time up. Do I need to force him? What do I need to do to come down and play this? Can we come by ourselves?
Well, foursome's best.
Team's best?
Yeah, team's best. But if not, we can put you with somebody. We can put you on a ladies' team.
Be about where I'm at.
Well, you're looking for.
There's the first pitch, fly ball center field, and it will be hauled in with a runner tag. It is. Here comes a throw. Cut off by Robinson behind the second base bag. It's a sacrifice RBI, rather. Douthit does his job. In from third base is Lucas Atkins. That run by way of a walk comes back to hurt Elizabethton. Runner stays at second. 1 out, 1 on. RBI for Douthit. And it's a 4-2 ball game. And here is Gabe Music. So Music ground out to the shortstop his first time up. Chown brings it. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. We'll have up here coming up next half inning, Dave Johnson from CBM Ministries, our sponsor of the game tonight from Camp Tampa Wingo, cbmcamp.com. It's our sponsor this evening. Chown checks him at second, brings it, and it's outside. Good eye by the right-hand batting third baseman for Volunteer. So Douthit with a sac fly RBI to center field to plate the runner. Larkins cannot come back in as the cutoff throw was taken by Robinson right behind second, so he couldn't advance. And there's a off-speed pitch, misses upstairs, and it's 3-0. Who do we call to say we want to play golf?
You can call me or Mrs. McCauley. But if you're looking for all the advantages, go on a ladies' team because they play from the red tees, you know.
It's a strike call, taken all the way, 3-1.
They play from the red tees. That's a lot easier.
I just want to ride around the cart. I want to eat. That's what I want to do. Drive the golf cart and eat.
We have lots of food, and we got lots of golf carts.
Yep. 3 balls and a strike, taken all the way. Chown nods his head and brings it. And there's a smoker in the left field, base hit. They're getting around on Chown a little bit. He'll stop him at third, and they've got something going here. The 1 out of the inning.
How you doing?
So second of the inning, the third hit of the ball game for Volunteer, and they've got him at first and third. Larkins comes to third. At first is Music with a single, and here's Preston Hurd. He got hit his first time up, hit batsman. So meeting the mound, they come out and talk to the starting pitcher, Trey Chown, and see how everything's going right now for this junior.
Hey, we need to do your show from the Camp Topawingo sometime.
I'd love to.
Oh, it's a great. You've been out there.
Yes.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, that's a little gem right over the. I mean, you can almost see it from
flies,
here.
It's right over there.
Can you see it from here, Dave? Camp Topawingo. If we go up high enough.
Yeah.
Almost right. Does that water flow to it? Can we get in a tube and go right to it? No.
Mr. Hudson will come out and hurry him up out here.
I'm in your seat here, Dave.
So May 22nd, FCA golf tournament.
Link Hills.
Link Hills.
Money goes to support the ministry, Bibles, and camp scholarships.
There you go. It's a busy time right now, too. Winding down the school year, right?
Yeah. Promoting camps, team camps, leadership camps, competitive camps, Black Mountain, new camp at Johnson Bible College or Johnson University now.
They've got him on the corners. Volunteer. Let's see what can happen. The meeting of the mound is over. Chown has to bear down here. He's in a little mini jam in the top of the third. Run in and more threatening for Volunteer. And a nice pitch down and away. Called strike to Preston Hurd. No balls and a strike. So walk Atkins, double Larkins, sac fly RBI Douthit to plate Lucas Atkins, and Music with a single. They've got him on the corners. Pitching. And it's down and away. In a 4-2 ball game here. 5-2 was the final last night in Churchill. Our next broadcast comes up on Tuesday. We'll be here. The Johnson County Longhorns come to town.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Pitching, chopper. Runner comes home. That's in the left field for a base hit. Just slapped it in the left, and it's suddenly a 4-3 ball game. That is the third hit of this inning by the Volunteer Falcons. And Hurd does his job with a run-producing single to left field.
I've got some pretty good FCA connections up there in Johnson County, so I may have to be neutral next week. More neutral than normal.
You want to rock the boat? Larkins is in. That's now gotten a little tighter even still. Only one out. First pitch, bad handle foul down the right field line. Giving chase and foul ground and making the catch. Nope, couldn't make the catch.
Man.
Eggleston with his back to the infield tried to make the catch, dropped the ball, but they immediately throw it and out at second base on the force play. So Preston Hurd is out at second on the force play. That is out number 2. Runner comes down to third in the form of Music. Here's Ethan Sargent. Check that. This is Alex Wilson. That was Ethan Sargent. Here's Wilson.
Wilson looks like he can hit a ball a mile.
Oh, yeah. Burly would be the way to describe him. Big, strapping youngin'. So the runner out at second was Gabe Music. And at first staying is Preston Hurd. He stays on. So you go 9-6 on that put out to Michael Robinson. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch, Trey Shown. So 2 out and a couple of runs in here this inning. 4-3 ball game. Elizabethton top of the third. Pitch outside. Good eye by the right-hand batting Alex Wilson. How do you score that one in the right field on that last play? E4? Yeah, that's what I had. And a pitch down. There he's pretty good jump off the pitcher, and he'll be safe at second base. Taking the throw, Ethan Eggleston throw down. He slides the outfield side of the bag under the tag, and all hands are safe. Stolen base credited there for Sargent. So they got him at second and third, 2 out. Tying run at third base, the go-ahead run at second. 2-2 pitch. Trey Shown brings it. Popped him up. Shallow left field, could be trouble. Coming hard, it will fall for a base hit. 2-run score, and Volunteers taking the lead here. A little bloop single in the right field, charging, diving for it. Jesse Carr, good effort, couldn't come up with it. 2 outs are running on the play, and 2 more score. And Wilson does his job driving in 2. Huh. So suddenly, which is the beauty of high school baseball, you never know. Big Mo's jumped on the back of the Falcons. 4 runs this inning. They've taken the lead. First pitch, pop, foul ground. Perkins, his mask off, coming this way. So the hit parade, 1, 2. I got him with 3 hits this inning. Got him 4 hits this inning. 5 all told. More importantly, they've put 4 on the board here.
They sure did in a hurry, dude.
In a hurry,
wow.
Taking the lead.
That's what happens when you stack those bases up. You know? They
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Cameron Hill working against righty Trey Shown. Ground ball back over the mound. Robinson takes a funky hop. Oh, nice play, Robinson.
Man, he had a good eye on that.
Hop,
Man.
and he stayed right with it. Backhands and throws the force play at second, but a big inning for the lads from Churchill. 4 runs on 4 base hits. 1 error and 2 men left on? 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the third. It is a 5-4 ball game in favor of Volunteer. We'll be right back. Appreciate you coming up here, Big
Thank
Dog.
you. You know, there are a lot of parallels between baseball and life, aren't there?
Yes, there is.
Yep. There's a book about that. So.
There is a book. A lot of books about that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. It's called the Bible. You got it. God's holy word. Right back after this. We'll be back. Again, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, brought to you by CBM Ministries and Camp Tapawingo.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
We got ourselves a dogfight going on here. It's 5-4 Volunteer in the bottom of the third. So here comes Carter, Robinson, and Estep, 2, 3, and 4 for the Cyclones. Our game brought to you by CBM Ministries. And the first pitch is outside ball one to Evan Carter, who reached on the air by the second baseman back in the first inning. Bottom of the third, Volunteer puts 4 on at the top of the inning to lead at 5-4. New pitcher in now for Volunteer. And there's a rope in the right field. That'll be a gapper. They cut it off, and they do. A solid single to start the inning for Elizabethton. Dave Johnson, he smoked that one, my friend.
He did.
Wow. Tying run at first. Here's Michael Robinson. Sack fly RBI, his 10th RBI of the season back in the first inning. Doug, who's our new pitcher for Volunteer? Sam? Got a lefty out there. That ain't Ethan Sargent, the righty. This one will throw to first, and
Oh, go.
That one goes into right field. Nope. Smothered it. Logan Larkins, the southpaw, now on the mound for Volunteer. So throw down to first, biking and diving, and smothered by the first baseman, keeping from advancing. Pitching, ground ball hit right on the screws in the left field, base hit. So 2 singles back to back to get it started. Stopping at second, Carter. Stopping at first is Michael Robinson, and here is Logan Estep. Base hit number 5 of the ball game for Elizabethton. So here they come right back. Here's Estep, who's singled back up the middle on a hard hit ball back in the first inning by then pitcher Ethan Sargent. He's been lifted by southpaw Logan Larkins now on the mound for Volunteer. Orange tops, gray bottoms, and blue long sleeves. White caps, blue bills. Pitching. Upstairs. Ball one. Carter at second, Robinson at first. 2-1, nobody out. Elizabethton trails 5-4 here in the third. Scheduled 7. Dave Johnson with us again from Tapawingo. Runners going double steal, throw down to third. He's in easily. They stole that one off the pitcher. And a double steal, and they're in scoring position now. Third goes Carter. Second double steal of the night. Down to second goes Robinson, and Cyclones are in business here. Estep with a single back up the middle. His first at bat. He's the DH for Shown tonight, that 4 spot. So Larkins brings it. And a nice pitch. He started to and held up and probably should have. Nice placement of the pitch by Larkins. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike to Logan Estep with Matthew Daly on deck. Larkins brings it. And it's strike called. Got a little bit cooler. Bullpen active now for Elizabethton down the left field line. Got just a smidgen cooler. You got a sweatshirt on, feels good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm, it does. Yep.
Brings it. And tried to frame it, misses outside. Full count. To Logan Estep. Matthew Daly on deck here. We're in the bottom of the third. Cyclones got something going here. And it's bounced up their ball four, and they're loaded up. And that's what you want for Matthew Daly. Had a Cyclone RBI his first time up. Daly's RBI total jumps up to 3 on the season. Here's Daly, right-hand batting third baseman. Got them all over the bases, Dave Johnson, with nobody out. I guess right here what you want to do is make contact. Just get the ball out of the infield, get it somewhere.
Need a really good hit right here. And
get these guys around. Trailing by 1 here in the third. Larkins.
No outs.
Brings it. Swing and a miss. Vince Buston didn't get a strike one. Yep. Single base on balls. They're loaded up with nobody out here in the third inning. This is prime time for a Cyclone uprising here. Brings it. And it misses outside. Good eye. Took something off that one. 2-0. Or 1-1 rather. Nick Johnson on deck. Johnson with a big double down the right field gap. Actually went up against the wall his first time up back in the first inning. Larkins brings it. Swing and a big rip. Going after a pitch down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. CBMcamp.com. We'll get Dave in here talk here in just a second about this fantastic camp. Been around since 1948. It's awesome. Larkins checks him. No place to put him. Brings it. And there's a fly ball down the right field line and foul play giving chase. And does he make the catch? And he does. 1 run scores as a tie ball game. He did not make that catch, did he? Did not. Out at second base is Daly. We're looking through 2 sets of fencing, and my apology, he did not make that catch, and Carter scores. It's a tie ball game, 5-5. Down to third goes Michael Robinson. At second, he did make the catch. My apology. Estep stays. He goes to second. Daly's retired, but they tagged up and brought in the play in foul ground. There's a foul ball, first base side.
Same place.
And that one will fall harmlessly
Almost.
away.
Yep.
So Daly, F09 in foul ground, out number 1, but the runner tag came home. We're tied up at 5 now. Michael Robinson, 1 out down at third. Out at second base is Logan Estep. Here's Nick Johnson. Left-hand batting first baseman had an RBI double his last time up, and only time up. This one outside. Johnson now on the season. Nick Johnson with his second RBI of the year. We're tied at 5 here. CBM Ministries, Camp Tapawingo, our sponsor tonight. Larkins brings it. Bounced up there to the backstop. Here he comes from home, or coming into home, I should say, standing up, and Robinson scores, and it's a 6-5 ball game. On a pass ball, racing home, Michael Robinson to give the Cyclones back the lead, 6-5. Down to third goes Estep on the pass ball, and so he's 90 feet away with another run for Nick Johnson. So Larkins to the belt, checks the runner again down at third base. Working from the stretch, 2-1 pitch, and a strike call, 2-2. We are enrolling kids now for camp, correct?
Yes, we are. Get in touch with us at cbmcamp.com, and we'll be glad to get some information in the mail to you. We also go to our website.
Pitch upstairs, he started to and held off. Good eye by Nick Johnson. So the Cyclones have regained the lead in a topsy-turvy affair. We got 11 runs in the inning. We're just in the third on the scoreboard, just in the third inning. Bad handle foul slices backing out of play towards the river, towards Tapawingo. So right now, I guess you're getting the cabins cleaned up, getting them ready to go.
Amazing
sanitized.
you say that, because this was a big cleaning week for us, spring cleaning, and we're getting ready for a ton of kids this summer. And
downstairs, ball 4. Johnson draws a walk. So you've got them at first and third, 1 out, 2 in. Here's Evan Perkins.
This is quite a ball game.
It is a good ball game. He's a single with a run scored his first time and only plate appearance back in the second. Bottom of the third. Cyclones got him on the corners here. Logan Larkins working his right hand, batting Evan Perkins. And a ground ball that'll drive in a run into left field, single, and RBI for Perkins. And the hits just keep on coming. Evan Perkins. Third run of the inning for Elizabethton. That stops Nick Johnson at second. At first is Perkins with a courtesy runner for the catcher. Here's Jesse Carr. Still only one out of the inning. 3 big ones in for the Cyclones to regain the lead here. The bottom of the third. Pitching, first pitch, big swing, and fouls it back. 7 runs for the Cyclones here already in the ball game. Base hits, you've got 1, 2, 3 this inning. I've got them with 6 in the ball game. Here's Jesse Carr, grounded out to the third baseman to lead off the second inning. Larkins brings it upstairs, around the eyes, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. So you've been spring cleaning, getting them ready.
Yeah. Camp, we really use the camp a lot more than we used to. It used to just be a summer facility, and we do a lot of year-round stuff now.
Popped
Good
him
hit.
up.
Oh, straight up.
Infield. About a 10-story tall pop-up, and the second baseman behind the pitcher's mound makes the catch. Carr's gone. 2 down. Here's Ryan Wetzel. Grounded out to second. He's only played appearance in the second. Bottom of the third. It is 7-5 Elizabethton. 12 runs here and 3 innings of baseball. Our next broadcast Tuesday night. Johnson County comes to town. So in this half inning, we'll get a chance to turn Dave loose, let him talk. And this one's bounced up there and down to third. He'll come. Gets away from the catcher. The big turn by the runner down to third. That would be Nick Johnson. So he goes on a stolen base, or I guess stolen base I'd give him. Perkins, courtesy runner down to second. Second and third. 2 out. 3 big ones in here. Logan Larkins. And a pitch inside, popping that leather. Looks like it's 3-1 now. On deck if it continues, the top of the order, and Ethan Eggleston. They're a batter away from batting around here. Larkins brings it. And it's guess he called a check swing strike. I thought it was ball 4, so full count, 3-2. Bringing it, and ball 4, and they're loaded up. Top of the order, Ethan Eggleston, a single run, scored a stolen base and a ground out to second. He's 1 for 2 tonight, a left-hand batting leadoff man. His job is to get on base, and he done it half the time tonight. Right now, his job is to drive them in. He's got all 3 bases occupied by orange and black Cyclones. In the bottom of the third, chance to blow this thing open. And now, field umpire has called time as he released the baseball. Again, down at third is Nick Johnson. At second is Perkins. Courtesy runner at first is Wetzel. Loaded up here. So Larkins in relief of the starter, Surgeon. Have surrendered 3 runs on 3 hits here in this inning. Bringing it. Eggleston taking it. And it's a strike call. Nice pitch. Can you imagine some of those guys in the big standing out there and bringing it 100 miles an hour? Not a Rollis Chapman, the kid from Cubs and the Reds to the Yankees.
Can't imagine.
100 mile an hour pitches rather. 0-1 pitch to the backstop. Wild pitch coming in, and here's the throw at the plate. He will be safe at the plate. Nick Johnson scores. It's an 8-5 ball game on a wild pitch. Down to third goes Perkins, courtesy runner. Out to second goes Wetzel. Empty bag at first for Ethan Eggleston. 8-5. Cyclones. We'll talk during the half inning here about in Camp Tapawingo. They're getting ready, as you heard him say, cleaning out the cabins, get a little spit shine, a little spring cleaning. Getting ready. What's first week of camp?
Begins the last Monday of May. I'm trying to think of the date right now, but we run right into June. We run camp all of June and July. And, of course, getting to August, we lose our customers because they go back to school.
Yeah.
But
Larkins brings it. Upstairs, good eye by Eggleston. Where'd that spider go? Huh? No. Gosh, no. Just don't want that spider. That spider knocked him off that web. I don't want him biting me. Larkins with the pitch. Eggleston 1-2 and held off. Good eye. It's up and outside of the left-hand batter. So, again, you have storyline, another big inning for the Elizabethton Cyclones. They've retaken the lead here in a seesaw affair. It's 8-5 Elizabethton. Larkins brings it. And a rope back of the middle, base hit in the center field. 1 run scores. Presnell gives the windmill. 2 runs will score. Eggleston goes to second to throw at the plate. And it's a big run-producing base hit for Ethan Eggleston, that leadoff spot. Clears the bases. Perkins scores. Wetzel scores. I'm going to give a double, even though some would say, well, he went to second on the throw.
you're a Volunteer fan, this has been a long inning.
Been a long inning, yes. It's 2 RBIs for Ethan Eggleston. He now on the season has his second and third run driven in here. Two outs in the inning. Here's Evan Carter. First pitch from Larkins is strike called. They've batted around here in the third inning. Eggleston's base hit 1, 2, 3. Fourth base hit of the inning for Volunteer. Or rather for Elizabethton against Volunteer. The big cut back by Carter. Carter has reached on air with the second baseman single and scored a run, stole 2 bases tonight. Been part of a couple of double steals this evening. So 2 more runs in, it has become a 10-5 ball game. Larkins brings it. Carter swing and a miss. Strikeout swinging, that is the inning, but a good one for the Elizabethton Cyclones. On the inning, it's 6 runs. 6 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 left. There you go. So let's keep it right here and talk about it. You just heard him say thank you for your sponsorship tonight, and we are very much grateful for that. So let's talk about it for folks out there who may have missed you earlier in the ball game. Take it from the top. It's an infomercial about Camp Tapawingo. Take it away.
Well, Camp Tapawingo, we've been around for a long time, just up the hill here in Watauga. Started in 1948. I wasn't around then, but I hear when they picked the name Tapawingo, the meaning of it was place of joy, and certainly it has been a place of joy for thousands of children over the years. Probably there might be some listeners tonight that Camp Tapawingo holds a special place in their heart. They might have come as a child back in the, might have some grandparents out there that came in the 40s or 50s, and we have a fellow that comes out and does some volunteer work with his backhoe that came the very first summer we had camp, 1948, and he's been a blessing to us. But we do have our schedule on our website, cbmcamp.com, and we also have brochures. We'll be glad to put one in the mail to anyone who'd like to check out what we do. But we have we run 8 weeks of camp, and we have weeks for elementary, middle school, and high school. We also have a day camp that a lot of parents take advantage of in the area. They drop their children off at 9 in the morning and pick them up at 4, and we just give them a great time, and they learn about the Lord, and we have some groups that help us with that. It's kind of a mission trip for them, and they put everything into it. They do a great job. Kids just go home, and they're encouraged to invite their friends, and sometimes we have twice as many kids by the end of the week as we start out with, and so they must be having a good time. But we just really appreciate the opportunity we have to provide this for children in the area. There's a lot of kids that are able to come to camp through a program we call the Mailbox Club, and children can earn a free week of camp doing 10 Bible lessons during the school year, and we have a lot of kids come to camp that way. So I see the game started back here.
That's all right. First pitch grounded out to Michael Robinson. Short, we go to the top of the order. Here's Lucas Atkins. Atkins, the catcher, he's been on base twice, a single and a walk, and scored both times. It is 3 inning totals. Unofficially, Elizabethton 10 runs on 7 base hits. Volunteer 5 runs on 5 hits. So they've doubled the score here.
Volunteers have some catching up to do.
Falcons, indeed, have their work cut out for them. First pitch down and away, ball 1.
Falcons.
Yeah, Volunteer Falcons. Been a lot of at-bats tonight they're on both teams. We're in the 4th inning. This is his 3rd at-bat already, and just in the 4th inning for Lucas Atkins, the leadoff man. So tells you not a whole lot of defense going on tonight, a lot of at-bats going around, taking turns. Shound brings it, and it's upstairs. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. They've got cabins, they've got the gymnasium, they've got the pool, they've got the zip lines. I mean, it's a cool place. And they got the gospel. Strike call. Nice pitch by Trey Shound. 2 balls and a strike. What's the coolest part of the camp for you? You're the director. I mean, what's if you were a kid, what part would flip your trigger? Here's a 2-1 pitch, and it's strike 2 call, 2-2.
Well, it depends on your age. Elementary children, everybody likes the pool. That's a big deal. We got a really nice pool out there, Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's a big deal. Zip line's a big deal. Middle school students and high school students, they like our paintball course. We've got a really cool paintball course at the camp, and we even have groups in the area that have found out about it, and they call us and say, hey, can we come out there and play paintball? And of course, the answer is always yes.
This one slap fouled. The Elizabethton dugout. Count holds at 2-2. 1 out of the inning. It's 10-5. Elizabethton in the 4th. We're talking to Dave Johnson, again, the director of Camp Tapawingo. Tonight's sponsor, the CBM Ministries. Pitch in, and that's a hit. That one broke and didn't break. That's a hit batsman. Lucas Atkins trots to first. That's the 2nd one of the night. Hurd got plunked back into first, and so 1 out, 1 on. Here's Logan Larkins. He dropped a sack bunt 2-3 out in front of the plate back into first, and doubled down the left field line in the 3rd and scored a run. So officially in the book, he's 1 for 1. Sack bunt doesn't count as an official at bat. Chown throws to first and back in standing. I'm not sure where we are in the evening here. Where are we? We're at the 8:11 mark. All right. So this is outside ball. All right, see what we got here on the old scoreboard. Pitching. And try to hit the outside corner, and not so says Fred Hutchins. Halftime, North Carolina leads Butler by 16, 52-36. 4:45 to go in the 1st. South Carolina leads Baylor by 10. So the Tar Heels by 16 at halftime over Butler. You a Heels guy?
Yeah, I am going to have to be. We, of course, I grew up in Raleigh, and I was a big NC State fan. So my 2 favorite teams were NC State and whoever's playing Carolina. But when it gets this time of year, we got to pull for the other teams. And Carolina's one of them. I'll pull for Duke if they're there, and of course we're going to pull for any SEC teams. you've got to pull for Florida, I guess. That's kind of a tough one, but if they're in the Final Four, we'll pull for them.
There's a strike called to Logan Larkins, right-hand batter. Count of 2 balls and a strike. We're in the top of the 4th. It's a 10-5 ball game. Throw to first, back in standing. Cyclones, it's been a seesaw affair. In the last C, they sawed 6 runs on the board. So, of course, Volunteer had 4 in the top of the inning, last inning, and Elizabethton comes back with 6 of their own. Fly ball left field. Carr coming hard, and it'll fall in front of him. Carr stops it down the left field line, so base hit by Logan Larkins. He's 2 for 2.
Took kind of an odd bounce, but he got it.
Here's Heath Douthit, a walk and a sacrifice fly RBI. So Larkins picks up base hit I've got him number 6 tonight for Volunteer. And that may be all she wrote out here for your starter, Trey Shown. Other ministry opportunities. You have the camp. We say CBM Ministries. What are some of the other things? Is there other ministries you guys are involved in? You want to tell us about?
Yeah, really. Our ministry is year-round. We have summer camp. We also, Camp Tapawingo has become a popular destination for church youth groups and church picnics and other groups that have contacted us, want to use our camp on weekends during the school year. And we love to have, we don't like to see the camp sitting empty, and so we stay really busy in the fall and spring with groups using our camp. One thing we're really excited about, though, is our school ministry. We have a program called Release Time. Now, some of the old timers remember when CBM used to be in the schools, even in Carter County, was in the schools way back and used to do in-school Bible chapel programs. That ended in the 80s, but we now have a program called Release Time, which is legal. Governor Bill Haslam signed a bill year before last recognizing religious release time as a way that children can learn about the Bible during their school day with parental consent. And so we have 8 counties now that we're doing our release time program. We have about 6,000 children that are enrolled in that. And a lot of the kids that come to release time, of course, they're coming to get out of school. I remember how it was when I was in school. If I had a chance to get out, I don't care what it was, I'd get on a bus and go.
Yep.
And but they learn about the Lord, and we do it in a way that's exciting and interesting, and the kids come back with time and time again, and they learn about the Lord. We've had children make professions of faith in our release time programs, and some of these kids, that's the only time they have a chance to learn about the Bible. They don't attend church anywhere, so that's an exciting ministry for us. We have 4 full-time staff members that are teaching in 51 schools this year, and so we're really excited about that. And then they learn about the camp. We tell them about Camp Tapawingo in our release time classes, and then of course our mailbox club that I mentioned before, where they can do Bible lessons through the mail during the school year, and the first year they can earn a free week of camp.
Wow,
so
that's pretty. It's pretty neat to put that carrot out in front of them to work hard and earn a chance to get a free week of camp, which I'm sure they take advantage of.
Yeah, they learn about the Bible, and along the way they can earn summer camp too.
Ethan Eggleston, your new pitcher now on for Elizabethton, replacing Shown, and he'll go to work on Douthit. And a pitch upstairs to Douthit. Heath Douthit, the center fielder, a walk and a sacrifice fly drove in a run back in that big 4-run third inning last inning. We're in the top of the 4th. Elizabethton leads at 10-5 here. Our sponsor tonight, CBM Ministries. Swing and a miss. Eggleston threw that by him. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Volunteer has runners at second and first. Atkins is out at second by way of a hit batsman, and Larkins is out there by virtue of a single in the left field in front of Jesse Carr. Fell in front of him after giving a good chase. Here's a ground ball to Robinson, could be 2. Michael goes to second for 1. They turn it, and nope, they don't. A good hard slide in at second to break up that double play ball. Fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning, 6-4. Runner comes to third, and that'll be Lucas Atkins. Larkins erased out at second. Douthit stays on. And here's Gabe Music. So Eggleston kept it in play, and Robinson almost did the double play ball, but Doug, who's out at second now? Hey, Doug, who's at second now since Eggleston's pitching? Carson Dillard. Okay. Carson Dillard now at second base with Eggleston pitching. Here's a throw down to second, and he'll be in with a stolen base. Runner at third does not advance. He is a freshman out at second base, a young baseball team here. 10-5, Elizabethton. Ethan Eggleston, long look, brings it, swing and a miss. Went after it. Maybe just got a foul tip, maybe in a mitt of Evan Perkins, but he didn't get much of it. Count goes to the ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for Volunteer. And misses outside. Ethan not wasting any time. He gets it right by and gets right back up on the hill, so let's do it. Working from the stretch, runners at second and third, 2 out, 2 on for Volunteer here in the top of the fourth. He brings it. Foul tip to the backstop. Into the bat foul. Stays alive. Count at 2-2. Tuesday night, Johnson County comes to town. The Longhorns. You guys have a presence in Johnson County, right?
We do. We've had in-school programs for years up there, but we've had release time for a number of years. Johnson County is our closest county. We're also started a brand new program in Greene County this year. 2 schools there. We're in Southwest Virginia in Buchanan and Tazewell County.
That's awesome.
And we have 4 counties north of Knoxville, Claiborne, Union, Hancock, and then Bell County, Kentucky.
Fly ball, shallow right center field. It'll be the right-hander's catch. He makes it, and that is the inning for Volunteer. For the Falcons that inning, it would go as follows. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. You want to hang? You got to go.
I can hang.
I think he likes it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Elizabethton leads at 10-5. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
Outside ball 1/3 pitch tonight. Now Robinson gaps it for a three-back. Here's one back over the mound. That'll score runs 11-5. Wicket. Second baseman charged, did not get it. Goes into the right center field. That's an error charged, and Robinson's in. It's 11-5. So he stepped in first with an error. Here's Matthew Davis. Sack fly RBI. Fly down the foul ground to the right fielder. The Cyclones make it the 11-5. I guess at this point you would look for possibly the old Slaughter rule, 4 more runs. So back in the ball one. I'll have to say after doing the show at 3-2 today, I'm looking for 4 runs. I'm hungry. Watkins brings it. Pitch outside, snap throw to first. Mike's throws down the first, but Lucas Adler got a nice arm. Talking to. Go. One of the good guys. Dave Camper. Camp Tapper Wingo. CBM.com. Have to check it out. Or the first, gets past the first baseman. First baseman misplayed it, and it's down to second. That would be a receiving error on the first baseman. Clean throw to first. He didn't make the play. Back-to-back errors and down to second. It's not a throwing error. That was right where it should have been. First baseman just didn't make the catch. E3 down to second. For Matthew Davis. Sophomore. And a strike call. Daly pitched here Monday night. Our last broadcast had a 2-hit shutout. Struck out 6. Pretty good start for a 10th grader. His first ever varsity start. Watkins brings it. There's a rope that's foul. Followed NC State. What baseball teams you followed growing up as a kid? Braves.
Yeah. I was, I would say, I guess I had to be a Braves fan. When I was in high school, I was so into basketball and football.
Anything else?
We always played in the summertime. Summertime was summer camp, so.
Daly strikes out swinging, one down here. All right, make sure. I think I inadvertent you popped your button off again. Hit your kill button there one more time. See if I got you back. There you go. That's my bad. Swing and a miss for Nick Johnson. Johnson a double, a walk, a run scored on the stolen base tonight with an RBI. Good night tonight for Johnson, the left-hand batting first baseman for Elizabethton. Next broadcast Tuesday, right back here in Johnson County, comes to town. Larkins laboring out there a bit. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Fence busting for Johnson. Didn't get it. So we've had a double tonight by Johnson back in the first. The triple by Robinson here this inning. It's the beauty of high school baseball. You just never know what's going to happen. This thing will start out tight, and here it is, an 11-5 game, Elizabethton. Wind's picked up too. It's pushing right to left here. Here's a foul tip off the shin guard of Lucas Atkins. Looks like he may have nicked him a little bit. New baseball for Larkins, and Atkins, Fred Hudgens says, the umpire, are you okay? He said, yeah, I think so. Ouch. So again, you want to check them out at Camp Tampa Wingo, cbmcamp.com. We've talked about them all evening long. We'll be talking about them all season long. Bringing it, and outside, good eye by number 24, Nick Johnson. Perkins on deck. As the wind's picked up here, blowing right to left, kicking pretty good. Now, as I say that, it starts swirling just a bit. We are looking for rain in here tomorrow and Sunday, tomorrow afternoon. Larkins, a long look back there to second base, and this one downstairs, good eye. Two balls and two strikes. One out, one in. Cyclones with a 6-run advantage here over the lads from Churchill. Bringing it. And strike called. He's gone. Nice pitch, 2 away. Daly and Al Johnson are gone. Here's Perkins. He's 2 for 2 in that 7 spot. A single and an RBI single. He scored both times. So he's 2 for 2 tonight with a ribby. Everybody's been in on the hit parade tonight. There's been a lot of folks getting base hits to boost their average. Pitch is downstairs, ball 1. Eggleston with 2 hits tonight, the leadoff spot. Evan Carter's got a single. Robinson 2 for 3, the single and a triple. Logan Eastep with a single. Nick Johnson with a double. Perkins 2 for 2, as we said, outside. In fact, the only 2 guys that have not had a base hit are Jesse Carr and Ryan Wetzel, who are due up next, 8 and 9. 2 out of the inning, 2-0 count. A run in, runner out at second, dancing around. That would be Logan Eastep. Larkins brings it, and it's a strike called, 2-1. So everything you need for the camp, just go online at cbmcamp.com and check out Camp Tampa Wingo. It'll be here before you know it. They said the camp starts, end of May, is that right?
Yeah, I know. It's coming up fast.
Wow.
2 months out.
We'll ask you about volunteers. Pitching, ground ball, second baseman. 2 hops, fields, belled high, low throw, dug out with the first baseman, and that is the inning. For Elizabethton, 1 run on the Robinson triple. 2 errors and 1 man left. We played 4 full. It's all Cyclones, 11-5 after 4. We're going to keep it right here and let him tell us one more time about Camp Tampa Wingo. So, volunteer opportunities. There are folks out there who can come out and help out in any way, shape, or form. You looking for people?
Yes, yeah, and we that's what helps us keep camp affordable for children is the community that gives of their time and talents to help us keep buildings in good repair and the grounds looking nice, and we get a lot of comments about how nice the property looks, and we work hard at just providing a nice facility for kids in the area, and work just as hard as getting activities lined up and our program lined up for the summer. So we want kids to go home Friday, and camp was the highlight of their summer. We've had kids come in on Monday morning and check in, and they're maybe a little bit homesick and maybe crying. They want to go home, and by Friday they're crying because they don't want to go home. So we like to see kids have fun, and we want to teach them about the Lord too. So it's Camp Tampa Wingo. The Lord has blessed us over the years, and we're just thankful to be able to be in the community and have a positive influence on kids in the area.
If you be faithful, he'll answer your prayers and take care of you, won't he?
Yep, he always does.
Yes, he does.
Yep.
Appreciate you, my friend. Good job.
Yep. Thank you
for
inviting me out tonight.
Come back in any other game. Come back up here and talk.
Okay.
I'm all about promoting what the Lord's doing in this community. In this case, Tampa Wingo. So you come back. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Class act. Appreciate him very much. We go to the 5th inning. The Falcons down 6 here. Let's see if we can finish them off. Eggleston brings it, and it's a swing and a foul tip. Yes, sir. It's awesome. I really enjoyed talking to Dave Johnson. That was good stuff. Good stuff. CBMcamp.com. Here's Eggleston. Pitching's upstairs. Should be Preston Hurd at the plate, and it is. A hit batsman and an RBI single tonight. Pitches. Rips and fouls it back. So it's Hurd, Sargent, and Wilson scheduled 5, 6, and 7 here in the 5th. It's all Cyclones right now. Elizabethton trying to nail down their 5th win of this young season. The only loss, and quite frankly, they had that one and let it get away, was Unicoi County. But to Unicoi County's credit, they played very, very well and got the key hits when you needed it. Eggleston gets the side, shakes off one, takes the second one, and here it comes. 2-2 pitch. Foul back. We're at the 8:32 mark on a Friday night. And we do want to say thanks again to Dave Johnson, the folks, again from Camp Tapawingo. There's a high towering fly ball to left field. Jesse Carr went back and breaks in 6 steps and makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Sargent reached on an error and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2 tonight. We had 6 base hits in the books for Volunteer tonight. Atkins single, Larkins 2 for 3. Single by Preston Hurd, single by Alex Wilson, and a single by Gabe Music. And a swing and a miss. Pitching, and it's downstairs by Eggleston. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sargent again, the starting pitcher of note tonight. Then the 2 Larkins boys have went in behind him pitching. They've used 3 tonight. Cyclones have used 2. Swing and a big rip, didn't get it. Pitch down and away to the right-hand batter. Elizabethton has used Trey Shannon, and out here now, Ethan Eggleston, his second inning of work. Eggleston brings it, and a foul tip. Stays alive with no balls and 2 strikes on deck. Scheduled is Alex Wilson. Hello, Jonathan Chapman sent us a request tonight. Jeff Beverly, Lane Powers for other people, thank you. Giving us a listen, B.J. Welch, Tanya Fugit, Sandra Barnhart, thank you, very nice. Some of the emails we're getting, I guess, or actually texts. I'm not sure what it is, but there's pictures with words to them, thank you. 0-2 pitch, upstairs 1-2. My buddy Lane Powers, she's a nice one. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Eggleston brings it. Swing and a miss. Chase the pitch upstairs, strikeout swinging, 2 down. Nice pitch by Ethan Eggleston. Here's Alex Wilson. I've got Volunteer now, their 4th strikeout of the night. Check that 3rd strikeout. Sargent back in the 1st. Cameron Hill in the 2nd. And now Sargent again, so 3 strikeouts tonight by Elizabethton pitching. Eggleston brings it, and it's big over the top curve. It broke downstairs, misses ball 1. That puts strikeout totals now for the Elizabethton pitching staff to 3 tonight, gives them 50. The leader is Garrett Hartley with 16, and Brody Adams got 10 strikeouts under the belt so far this year. Eggleston pitches, and it's a strike call, says Fred Hudgens. 1-1. 2 outs in the 5th. It is, again, 11-5, Elizabethton. Ground ball, back with the mound, knocked down by Eggleston. Fields, he'll have to throw a hurry, and got him. Nice job. Ethan Eggleston, unassisted 1, and that is the inning for the 2nd time tonight. Like they did in the 2nd inning, they go out 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 11-5, Elizabethton. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball live from Elizabethton's O'Brien Field.
At FCA, we're touching millions 1 heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, 1 heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, 1 call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
First pitch is a strike. Second is a ball to leadoff man here in the inning. It's for the Volunteer, or the Elizabethton Cyclones, I should say, Jesse Carr. We're in the fifth. Chopper, third base. He'll back up to field it. Takes a funky hop into left field. Rounding first, and ain't a thing. What do you call them, Doug? Hit, error. Yeah, wasn't much he's going to be able to do with it anyway, I don't think. Infield base hit for Jesse Carr. Here's Ryan Wetzel. Wetzel a walk and a ground out. He's 0 for 1 tonight, looking for his first base hit of the night. Cyclones lead man on here. They lead 11-5. Pitch outside, throw to first. He's back in diving. That's a nice throw by Atkins. That was closer than it originally looked. Nice throw by Lucas Atkins. He came up and threw a strike to his first baseman, Alex Wilson. Volunteer 1 and 4. Again, Volunteer out of Churchill, of course, the Falcons, orange and blue. Cyclones 4 and 1, and on their way to number 5 tonight, leading 11-5 here. Lead man on in the fifth. Pitching. Backhanded. Atkins throw to first. He's in trouble. No, backhand standing. Well, Atkins got a quick release back here, a catcher for Volunteer. He's a good one. So Carr's at first. Here's Wetzel, top of the order on deck, and Eggleston. We're in the fifth. This thing was humming along. It is slowed down to a slow crawl right now. Pitching and a strike call. Larkin's out there again for his second inning of work. Larkins leans in, gets his sign from his catcher to the belt. Now throws to first and back in diving. Pretty nice snap throw over there, but back in reading it perfectly was Jesse Carr. Larkins again to the belt, brings it. Runner going downstairs, throw down to second. Atkins, pretty good arm, but he will be out at second base. He got him. Caught stealing on the throw. One away on the pickoff down to second base. Nice job. You credit Lucas Atkins with that one. That was a heck of a throw on a pitch that was hard to handle. So the runner is erased. Here's Wetzel with empty bases now. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Slow roller, Fields throws and got him. And there's two down. With 12:38 to play in the ball game, North Carolina leads by 18, 65-47. Halftime, South Carolina leads Baylor by 15, 37-22 Gamecocks at halftime. Wow. And here's Eggleston, 2 for 3 with a double, a single, a run scored, a stolen base, and 2 RBIs. That's some kid's career up there on leadoff. That's just one night tonight. Plus he's in there pitching. So Ethan Eggleston, big night tonight. Pitching, ground ball, second baseman, Fields, throws, got him, nope, E3. That went right under the glove of Wilson. That's a get out of the inning ground ball. Another error charge to the Volunteer defense. Here's Evan Carter. Carter a single, a strikeout, and reached on an error. He's one for 3 tonight with a run scored and a couple of stolen bases. Elizabethton 10 runs on 9 base hits tonight unofficially. Larkins brings it. And a throw to first, and that's over the right shoulder into right field. And the runner cannot advance because the right fielder played it perfectly. Yeah, and one hopped over the left, and the first baseman went down on one knee to take the throw and try and apply the tag to the base runner. It went right over his right shoulder and skipped down the right field line. Right fielder was right there to get it back and in. Two out. Larkins to the belt, brings it. There's a fly ball, left center field. Left fielder says, I've got it, and he hauls it in. Nice play by your left fielder, Jason Fields, and that's the inning for Elizabethton. On the at-bat, no runs, one hit, one error, one man left. We've got 5 in the books for a scheduled 7. It's all Elizabethton. Cyclones lead it 11-5. We'll be back at O'Brien Field. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
This one fouled back, and we're back. Run good to the car and get my coat. Cool out here. Cameron Hill, Jason Fields. We got one out, one on. We're in the 6th inning. We go to the top of the order. Here's Lucas Atkins. Atkins with a single, a walk, and a hit batsman. Has scored twice. Eggleston on a relief of Shown. Pitch upstairs. Ball 4. Here's Logan Larkins. Larkins been the man tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt and a double and a run scored in that number 2 spot for the Volunteer Falcons at 1 and 4. Eggleston with a runner out at second, dancing around. Got him at second and first, matter of fact, with one out in the 6th inning. Pitching. Ground ball, could be 2. Slow roller. Fielding. Daly goes to second. Got the, nope. Threw it right to the wickets. E4, and he gets past the right fielder. 1 run scores. And they'll stop him at third base and some leaky defense. That's a routine ground ball, and it's a fielder's choice out at second. Threw to the wickets. I go E5 on that one. On the throw by Daly, unfortunately, and so Atkins down at third. Runs in. It's 11-6. Larkins out at second in the throwing error, and so here's Heath Douthit. A walk, a sacrifice fly, and a fielder's choice tonight. He's 0 for 1 officially in the books with an RBI. Eggleston pitches, and it's downstairs, ball 1. It's a fly ball left field. Carr backpedaling and makes the catch. Runner tags. Sacrifice RBI. Run scores from third base. Trotting in from third. That was Lucas Atkins. So Douthit does his job, his second RBI of the night, both of the sac fly variety. That's 2 down in the inning. Run in. Atkins scores from third base, obviously, and here is Gabe Music. So Eggleston working from the stretch. Pitching, swing and a miss. Larkins out at second base, the lone runner. A couple of runs in here this inning. It's 11-7 now in favor of the Cyclones. Pitching, foul back. This is Gabe Music. Ground out to short and a base hit back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Ethan Eggleston relief of Trey Shown tonight. Last night it was Carter and Wagner the tag team against the Falcons. Tonight it's Shown and Eggleston. Pitching, foul tip. Did he get it? Couldn't hang on Perkins, and he stays alive. No balls and 2 strikes. You want to say thanks to Dave Johnson again from CBM Ministries Camp Tapawingo. CBMcamp.com is that website to check out. North Carolina by 14 with a 7:53 to play. They've started the South Carolina Baylor game after halftime. South Carolina leads it by 46-28. There's a ball. So the Tar Heels, the number 1 seed, in front with a big cushion over the number 4 seed Butler Bulldogs. Eggleston to the belt, brings it. Foul back, hard hit ball, but it's backing out of play. Again, with 15:45 to go in the ball game, South Carolina leads. South Carolina 46, Baylor 28. So on deck is Preston Hurd. This is Gabe Music, the cleanup batter tonight. Eggleston brings it. Nope, steps off, throws back out to second, and almost threw it into center field. Eggleston spun around, gave a little sidearm throw to the second baseman covering out there. All hands are safe. Swing and a miss. Took something off that, and that's the inning. But for Volunteer in their half of the sixth inning, 2 runs on no hits, 1 Elizabethton error, and they left one on. Quick break. We'll be right back. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's all Cyclones right now. We'll do this right after you hear this.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It is again a ball game favoring Elizabethton to the tune of 11-7. 11 runs, 10 base hits for the Cyclones, and unofficially 7 runs, 6 base hits for Volunteer. Here's Michael Robinson to get it started here in the sixth inning for Elizabethton. Robinson with a triple, a single, a sac fly RBI, and a score twice. His 11th RBI, the 10th RBI of the season. First pitch, and he drills it to left field. Going back over the Volunteer man's head, he won't get it. It's off the wall. Robinson's got one. Michael's into second base, and he turned on that one and put that in his wheelhouse with a stand-up leadoff double for Michael Robinson. Wow. So he's had a single, a triple, and now a double. Michael Robinson double on the year number 2. He's got his first triple and again his 10th RBI tonight. He's had a heck of a night, as he has all career long. This guy's a gamer, and so here's Eastep. Eastep a single, a walk, reached on an error tonight, and a run scored for Logan Eastep, the cleanup batter. Larkin's long look brings it, and it's outside. Good block by Atkins. Ball 1. We are flirting with a 2-hour game here tonight, and we're still playing. We're in the 6th inning. It's Elizabethton with a leadoff double by Michael Robinson out at second here in the 6th. Larkin's very deliberate, and it runs into his hands, misses inside, and it's 2-0. The man at second base, it's the second inning he's done that. He'll take 8 or 10 seconds between pitches before he decides to throw it. Very deliberate. And with good reason, because the Cyclones have batted him around a little bit. Here's a chopper off the plate, foul, first base side. I want to say thanks to Michael Main, stopped by the show today, the general manager of the Elizabethton Twins, hoping that Minnesota will work out a deal to keep Minnesota here. 44 years they've been here. They want to keep it going. They're trying to strike a deal. Larkins to the belt. Checks him out at second. Checks him again. Brings it. And a pitch down the way, but caught the corner. Strike called. 2-2. Robinson, a 3-hit night. Eastep here at the plate has got a hit. Johnson with an RBI double back in the first. Brings it upstairs. Perkins 2 for 2 with the run knocked in that 7-hole. Jesse Carr's got an infield hit. In fact, the only guy who does not have a hit tonight in the starting lineup is Ryan Wetzel and Matthew Daly, although he's got a sac fly RBI, but officially in the books he does not have a base hit. Larkins, swing and a miss. And there's one away. Here's Matthew Daly. The third strikeout tonight by Volunteers pitching. Daly, and it's a strike call. Kind of froze him. Daly, sac fly RBI back in the first. Flied out to the right field and foul ground back in the third. And struck out to be out number 1 in the 4th inning. Daly picked up his 3rd RBI of the season. Larkins now steps off the bag. You cook an egg, Larkins, and I'm telling you, he takes a long time between pitches. This is where you get into, I would think, at this point in the night, you get into a timer situation, time per pitch. But here's a chopper over Alex Wilson to first. He'll go to the bag untouched. 2 down. Runner comes to third. Robinson moves down to third, unassisted by the first baseman. High hopper off the plate. Nice job by Alex Wilson to field it. Step on the bag himself to retire Daly. And here's Nick Johnson. Johnson, RBI double back in the first. A walk with a run scored in the third and a strikeout in the fourth. Johnson's RBI, his 2nd of the season. 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. Runner at third. Brings it down low. Good backhand block by Lucas Atkins. And he's been back there busy tonight. They've had him all over the place. On deck if it continues is Evan Perkins. 2 out of the bottom of the 6th. It's all Cyclones. 12th run, 90 feet away, dancing around down there is Michael Robinson. He's black top and orange numerals trimmed out of white and white bottoms. Brings it upstairs. Good eye by Johnson. Nick Johnson came into the ball game today batting .273, and he's jumped it. Larkins to the belt. Ground ball hit right on the grass. A skimmer to the shortstop. Fields throws, got him. Nice play with the shortstop. 6-3 on the putout, and so the double by Robinson leadoff does not hurt him. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1. We've played 6. Last try for the Falcons. We go to the bottom of the, or I should say top of the 7th. Your score, Elizabethton 11 and Volunteer 7. I don't have my glasses, I can't see. We'll be right back.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
Top of the 7th inning, we've got the flamethrower on the mound. Drop of the bunt, first base side, it's Garrett Hartley, and it'll be all hands safe. He dropped the bunt, first base side, a pinch hitter, and he motors down to first base. Doug, how you call that one? There you go. Here's Sargent. Hartley on the mound, again, the ace of the staff, trying to get some work in before Tuesday's next assignment against Johnson County. Hartley, in 9 innings of baseball, is given up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned. He's walked 6, struck out 16, and he's hit a batter. Got a guy at first base. It's Cyclones to lose here. Top of the 7th, do or die for the visitors from Churchill. Here's Sargent. Struck out, strikeout, and a reach on the air by the second baseman. Throw to first. Reaching across, the runner diving back in was Nick Johnson. Take the throw, and all hands are safe. Top of the 7th. Elizabethton trying to pick up number 5 on the season. It's only one loss, that being to Unicoi County here, 8-5 in the season opening game. 1-1 pitch, and there's a shot in the right field, and that will be caught on the fly. Nice job, played it perfectly. Evan Carter, and there's one away. A little looping fly ball to right field. Carter was right on it. Who's this, Sam? Throw to first, back in Chris who? I'm sorry. Chris Baker. Chris Baker, a pinch hitter in that 7th spot for Alex Wilson. So Wilson with a being lifted here. He had a 2-run single back in the 3rd. He was 1 for 3 tonight with, again, 2 RBIs driven in that number 7 position. As my man Sam said, it's Chris Baker, 1 out, 1 on here in the 7th. Elizabethton trying to slam the door here, leading 11-7. Same score they had against Sullivan East here, last Saturday or Saturday before last, I guess. Nope, it was last Saturday they played here against the East Patriots and beat them by an identical 11-7 score. Hartley to the belt, brings it upstairs, popping that leather. 1-0. Garrett Hartley again, 9 2/3 with 16 strikeouts under his belt. Some misses. (16 strikeouts, 6 walks, and a hit batsman. ERA of 1.44, which is sparkling. Throw to first, back in. Johnson takes the throw. Hurd reaches on an error. The Sargent pinch hitter flies out to right field. Here's Wilson's pinch hitter Baker, and this one misses. 3 balls and a strike. Hartley again getting some throws in. He's the schedule started for our next broadcast, our next game Tuesday when Johnson County comes to town. Pitching, and a belt-high fastball taken all the way by Baker. Hartley working from the stretch. Again, runner at first, pretty good lead. Johnson holds him on. He'll bring it, and it's bounced up there. And it's ball 4. It's Cameron Hill. Time is called as Perkins goes out to talk to his pitcher. 3rd one tonight. Shawn, Eggleston, and now Garrett Hartley trying to slam the door here. How about a little 6-4-3 double play action and get onto the house? What do you think, Doug? Is that good? I'm all about it. And with this infield, it's very doable. See what Cameron Hill can do. The right-hand batting right fielder, the number 8 batter tonight. Hartley brings it upstairs, ball one. Hartley to the belt. Strike call right down the gutter pipe. Nice pitch. 1-1. One out. 2 men on for the Falcons. Top of the seventh. Do or die for Volunteer. They're trailing 11-7. Hartley trying to slam the door here. Bounced up there. Gets away from Perkins. Pass ball. And both runners go up. So any kind of a hit to the outfield, only one out, makes things get a little interesting. 11-7. Hill. That right fielder tonight for Volunteer. The strikeout and the fielder's choice. Garrett Hartley nods his head from his sign from his catcher, Perkins. He checks the runners and brings it. Swing and a miss. That had some smoke on it. 2-2. On deck would be Jason Fields, although it's not Jason Fields. And strike call. He's gone. He knew it. 2 down. 17th strikeout of the year for Hartley. Aaron Wills will get a chance here. Number 11, a pinch hitter, that number a 9 spot. So Hartley, error on him. Fly ball to right field, a walk, and now a strikeout, and he'll try and finish it off here with Aaron Wills. Volunteers an out away from going home 1-5, and the Cyclones an out away from going to 5-1. Two teams record-wise in the opposite direction. And a seasonal sweep by Elizabethton. And a pitch inside on the hands, ball one. North Carolina leads 85-74 with a little over, less than 2 minutes to play in the game. Tar Heels are moving on. Pitching, taking a fastball upstairs. Right now you've got South Carolina all over Baylor by 17 with 9 minutes to play in the game. UCLA and Kentucky and Wisconsin and Florida getting ready to start up. And a strike call, belt high fastball. Nice pitch by Hartley. Can't wait to be back out here Tuesday when he pitches against Johnson County. Weather permitting, says they got some rain coming, a front coming. Hope we can get that game in. May have to move it up. Brings it. Bad handle foul, backing out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2s across the scoreboard here at Joe O'Brien Field. And 2 men on base. Second and third occupied by Falcons. Trying to wrap this thing up. Let's see what Hartley can do. Garrett brings it, and he swings, and he misses, and that's a ball game. Hartley comes out of the pen to get a couple of pitches under his belt to get ready for Tuesday's assignment, and strikes out his 17th and 18th batter of the season, and that is the final score. Cyclones win at 11-7 to go to 5-1 of the season. We'll come back and talk about it. We'll have Ryan Presnell up here in a minute. As Cyclones win 11-7 on a cool Friday night in Carter County. We'll be right back after you hear this.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
Tonight's game brought to you by the good folks from CBN Ministries Camp Tampa Wingo. Victory for the home team. They go to 5-1. 11 runs with 11 base hits for Elizabethton. Again, Volunteer falls to 1-5. They go home with 7 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors under the belt. Some leaky defense again by the Falcons in behind their pitchers. Shawn, Eggleston, and Hartley go tonight for Elizabethton. The win will be, in my book, it'll go to Ethan Eggleston. He'll get the W tonight. Young man who came in from second base to replace Trey Shawn. So the Cyclones move on now at 5-1. Get ready for Johnson County coming up again on Tuesday. Weather permitting, of course. We're joined by our Victoria's head coach. You know what? just get out of the way, Tom. I know what I'm doing. Got you, Coach. Hey, nice win tonight for our kids. They gutted it out. You told me Volunteers going to be scrappy. They are. They're going to make some noise in the Big 7, but tonight our kids found a way to sweep them the regular season. Scrappy victory.
Absolutely, and you can tell my voice is a little hoarse. We made a lot of mistakes really on the base pass. Just a couple and they're really fine points, nothing crazy, you know, going on a ball. A lot of times you'll see a high school kid misread a ball that hits the catcher's mitt and think, oh, coach, I thought it was a dirt ball. I was getting a blind read. And nothing like that, just very much fine points that we've got to get squared away. Our thing is, Tom, you know, we have to come out and find a way if we want to be an elite program and get every facet of our game working on every night. So, you know, like I look at tonight, for instance, you know, base running. I'm not pleased with our base running tonight. And so, you know, there's several different good things done here and there. You look at our game at the plate. Our hitting was good. Mm-hmm. Defense, pretty stinking good. Pitching, yeah, you know, whenever we give up a 4 spot like we did, I'm not real happy with that. But what I will tell you is, and I've been telling you for a couple of weeks now, we're getting what we need when we need it. Trust me, we're going in the locker room. We're going to talk about a lot of good things, and we'll fix the things that are wrong. And I think here in the next week or two, you're going to see one of those games where we come out, every facet works like it should, and I hope it's against a good conference opponent. And that'll be the night that I think these young kids click, and everything starts happening the way it should.
Eggleston, I got him for the win tonight. He came in relief for Trey Shawn, and I thought he pitched very nicely. Of course, Hartley finished things off, but I thought Ethan came in there and gave you a big lift in the middle innings.
Absolutely. He did it for us last week when we got in a little bit of trouble there early against East. Came in, stopped the bleeding. Somebody's got to triage the mass casualty incident that's happening out there, and he was able to do that. You know, not as bad this week. We're not nearly in as bad a situation as we were in the East ball game. But in a situation where you look at a guy who's been playing a field for 2 or 3 innings, he's thrown 4 or 5 balls in the bullpen, and he knows my sign language. I gave him a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That kid's never came back with a thumbs down. I'm not sure why I keep on doing it. I think it's just for my for my sanity. But he comes in, he slams the door, and he sets it up for Garrett there. Garrett struggled a little bit, but you know, I don't think anybody's going to get 4 in an inning on Garrett Hartley this year, to be honest with you.
Nah, he's pretty stout, pretty stellar. So we get ready for Johnson County now. We've won again 5 in a row after losing that opening game to Unicoi County. So get a little momentum. Obviously, little mows on the backs of the Cyclones. And
absolutely.
Johnson County, of course, again, a scrappy bunch coming to town, and it's a conference game, so it counts.
Yep. Well, and we try to tell these guys, if you want to sit on the top of the mountain, you know, in the military, you never sit on the top of the mountain because everybody can see you, and you're everybody's target, and you're easy to pick off. And so it's hard to get to the top of the mountain, and when you get to the top of the mountain, it's even harder to hold it. And so I know that I would think, I don't necessarily know for certain, but I think we'll see the Widener kid from Johnson. That's something they've done. They've worked on it. They take care of each other. They're friends with each other. They'll leave tonight, and every single one of them will go somewhere, and they go together. And that's just what we love about them. And win, lose, or draw. Love these kids. By golly, I'd go to the gates of Hades with a super soaker with them, buddy, and I guarantee you we'd make at least a dent.
There you go. They know we're there.
Yep.
Coach, see you Tuesday. You can look forward to bringing Johnson County and Garrett Hartley pitching, and have a good weekend. Enjoy your time off. Cyclone Pride.
Garrett Hartley might pitch. We can't put everything out to the world, brother.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Tom.
Put. Yes, sir. We appreciate him very much. Again, and that will do our broadcast here. I want to say thanks again to CBM Ministries, Camp Tapawingo. Again, Dave Johnson, the folks came by tonight. CBMcamp.com. We appreciate them and appreciate you giving us a listen. A long night, but a fun night. As again, the Cyclones prevail 11-7. Ethan Eggleston gets the win tonight for the Elizabethton Cyclones. So we will hang for the rest of the weekend. We'll come back, rejoin you again 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Johnson County comes to town, and so we will be ready for that one on Tuesday night, weather permitting. If we have some rain, we'll let you know if it's been changed or moved up, but right now it's a 7 o'clock first pitch on Tuesday night. So we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, thanks to our buddy Dave Johnson with CBM Ministries as he sponsors tonight's game, Camp Tapawingo, cbmcamp.com. And again, the final score from O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. Cyclones make it 5 in a row now. They're 5-1 after that opening loss to Unicoi County. Final score, Elizabethton 11 and Volunteer 7. Until we greet you again on Monday from Bristol Motor Speedway with the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Monday from 11 to 1. Till then, as always, we'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sports. So long, everybody.